Check, 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 check.
Audio check. Ooh, hot. Audio check. That audio check. I'm going to talk. Let's talk about it real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still working on getting everything lined out. We're at 2 minutes and 14 seconds till game time here at Whitehall Bulldogs Arena in Whitehall, Arkansas. Conference action tonight between the Yellowjackets and the Lady Bulldogs. You might think back to the home game early in the conference season. We were able to take care of that game at home that night. Won that game by double digits against the Whitehall opponent. Coming back tonight. This time we're at their place. Going to see what it looks like playing on the road in Whitehall, just down 270. Glad you're listening tonight, and wanted to check in and make sure that everything's sounding right, doing what it's supposed to do. With about a minute and a half before we start the lineups and pregame festivities, getting ready to play Whitehall.
So we are at Whitehall. If you have any issues with sound, if one of us is louder than the other, if you can text Charlie or myself or Braden or even Abanda sitting behind me, y'all would let us know. But we're about to get started here. Coach, I think I heard him saying that we won both of these. It's a big night. That night at Yellowjacket Arena, huge crowds. I think it was Jack of All Night. So we had everybody. So we're going to get ready to do the national anthem and stuff. So we'll put you on hold for just a minute, and we will be right back with you.
At this time, we ask you to please stand for our pledge of allegiance, a moment of silence in the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag now for a moment of silence.
All right, as we settle back in, getting ready for girls action here at Whitehall. Conference competition.
Here we go with the Lady Jackets starting lineup. Freshman Addie Grimmett. I don't see any changes in the lineup, so it'll be freshman Ainsley Stevens, and then the three seniors. Number 12, Mason Wilson.
Senior
Senior number
number 24, Bell Smith.
24, Belle Smith.
And
And senior
senior number 30,
number 30, Lily Reed, the sharpshooter.
assisted by Jordan Bennett.
All right, for the Whitehall Bulldogs.
Your Lady Bulldogs.
Sitting here at their scorers table tonight, right next to their bench. Right here,
in front of
with,
their student section.
right in front of their student section, here with Coach Dustin Powell. First, we've got number 1, Paige White. She's a junior.
Number 15, Haley Barnett.
Number 13, Blair Weston.
Number 21, Jalena Still.
Number 15, Kaylee Barnett. Number 21, Jalela Steeth. And number 22, Kennedy Barnett.
Number 22, Kennedy Barnett.
So, I don't know how much you talked about, Coach.
Not a whole lot yet, just getting started.
Okay, so, the Lady Jackets right now are 12-12 overall, and they're 7-5 in conference. They're tied for 4th with Whitehall, so this is a really big game.
4 teams make the state tournament, so this is a game that will be a big piece of that. Even though we're currently in 4th, we still have a shot to climb all the way to 2. So,
That's correct.
yep.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's Whitehall and everybody. Lake Hamilton and everybody else on the girls' side.
That's a great way to describe it. Thinking back to playing at Yellowjacket Arena several weeks ago, final score 57-40, 17-point victory for the Yellowjackets. And there's the whistle. We're getting ready to start as Wilson jumps up in the middle. Grimmett to Stevens. Ball starts with the Yellowjackets tonight. Stevens handles the ball at the top. Works her way around, finds Grimmett on the right side as they move it back and forth around the timeline. Start off on the far side with a long shot that falls to the hands of the Whitehall Bulldogs. That's Paige White handling the ball for Whitehall at the top of the key.
Really was trying to get off the, get right to it right there, and she kind of might have rushed it a little bit. It was a little bit long. There's a deflection off of Mason's knee.
Defensively, come out in a zone look. A little 3-2 zone look. Trying to keep the ball out of the middle. Another good touch. I was listening to Arkansas's coach Calipari last night. He said they had 22 touches, 22 tips in the game earlier this week.
That will stay with Whitehall.
Whitehall on the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds off the Yellowjackets. So far, my favorite referee sitting behind us. Ball comes into half court. Handled at the top by number 22. It's Kennedy Barnett as the ball moves around the top. Little screen action. Barnett finds the three on the left wing. First lead of the night goes to Whitehall, 3-0 in their home gym. Whitehall in their white jerseys. Sheridan wearing the traditional this year away blacks. They're going to call that a back court.
So, offensive rebound by Bell.
Ball back in the hands of Whitehall.
And she threw it away, kind of through the backcourt, trying to get it to Ainsley. Addy.
Ball moves around the top. Again, same play. This time we get another tip. Ball ends up in the hands of Whitehall. Same shooter. This time different result. Big rebound by Lily Reed. Transition goes to Grimmett up front. She out of bounds. Ball is going to go back to Whitehall. Like moving the ball up the court quickly like that.
Addy just kind of got in a bad spot right there on the block amongst three Whitehall players. They did a good job getting back, really.
All right, again. Kennedy Barnett with the ball up top. She's been all the offense so far in the game. Ball on the right wing finds the post. Contest by Bell Smith, but bucket by Whitehall. And again, the Yellowjackets bring the ball up the court. Soft pressure at the top. Stevens moves the ball to Grimmett. Grimmett for three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound. Mason Wilson.
Mason, good job.
Great job rebounding out of position. Another shot, another offensive board by the Yellowjackets. Held ball, change of possession, going to go to Whitehall on the jump ball. Whitehall have the ball on the far sideline. We're sitting down in front of the Whitehall home bleachers at the scorer's table. So we'll have a bird's eye view of our fans all night long.
Who are already filing in pretty heavy. JV boys pulled out a barn burner, one by one.
Yep.
With a shot with about 3 seconds to go by Ross Stevens. So.
Yep, Ross got to the rim, made a layup, gave us a 1-point lead. We were able to hold on for the last couple seconds. Back to this game. Ball goes out of bounds again off the Yellowjackets. So we're baseline with 16 on the shot clock. Lots of looks so far for Barnett. This time the rebound's going to come off and go out of bounds to the Yellowjackets. So far, Kennedy Barnett, a senior, has taken several threes for Whitehall. She's one for several. Ball moves around the top of the key. Lily Reed in range. Bell Smith with a huge rebound and a shot. Shot with the left hand, gets fouled. Great job by Bell Smith getting an early offensive rebound to start the scoring for the Yellowjackets.
And against what we normally say that a bunch of offensive rebounds lead to extra points, that's our fourth offensive rebound. The first time we've been able to capitalize on it. So but there's Bell. This is at the front of the rim with a free throw. So
5-2 Whitehall, still early in the first quarter. Paige White handles the ball up top for Whitehall. Finds a high post look. Stolen by Grimmett. Grimmett handles it with her left hand. Finds Bell at the top. Back to Grimmett. Lots of referees still sitting behind us. Referee right now in my vision, so I'm not sure who took that shot.
Addie Vermette took the shot. Comes off the front of the rim. Really got a tip on it, but right around two Whitehall players. So Whitehall comes away with it. We get back on defense. Looks like Kinley Melton is maybe going to maybe not check in.
High post look for number 21, Jalela Stith.
Rebound for Bell.
Does not fall. Love Bell getting these rebounds this evening. Getting off to a big start. Wilson moving it around the top. Reverses all the way across and out of bounds off Whitehall.
So, yeah, Kinley Melton's going to check in, and she's coming for
She's coming
Addie.
for Grimmett. Seen Melton over the last couple games. Look like she's finally 100% after her volleyball injury. Being a bolt of energy when she's in the game. High post to Melton. Finds Lily Reed, little 15-foot push floater. Offensive board. And off to Whitehall. Another rebound comes down to 22, Kennedy Barnett. She's going to handle the ball and look for the next play. Got some feedback going on in my headphones. Ball on the corner, kind of a lazy pass back up to Barnett. She's going to drive and find the glass. Timeout, Yellowjackets.
Get a timeout by Coach Breakville here. I'll put the sponsors up on the screen. And
so kind of an early check-in. Nobody's making a whole lot of shots yet. Field goals are kind of tough to come by. Offensive rebounds have been pretty easy to come by. A couple turnovers here and there, mostly just though in the rebound scrum. Not real turnovers, just had a chance and didn't grab the ball.
Yeah, if you're the Lady Jackets right now, you're wanting to try to just make it through this early barrage by the home team. You know, that's usually what you do on the road. You try to overcome the early adrenaline rush the home team usually gets, and you come through and hopefully here start lining things out. You know, we've gotten the offensive rebounds. We've seen the basket. We've seen the ball go through the hoop once. So hopefully that turns into more baskets. You know, because they're making some shots right now.
Yep. Ball stays in the hands of the Yellowjackets. Love that Bell looks. Great diagonal look.
Great pass by Lily.
What court vision by Lily Reed. Mason Wilson with the bucket on the block.
And Bell saw it on the first cut. Mason cut, and Bell, if you saw her face, it was, oh man, I missed that.
Good job to find it later. Transition kick ahead, just out of the hands and reach of Kinley
more
Melton.
air. Lily's kind of kicking herself for that a little bit. She said, I think as soon as she let it go, she saw it in her face. I needed a little more air under that one. So
needed to have a hump in it.
Yep,
just a little bump. She'll know next time. Ball's back in the hands of Whitehall.
Very good look.
2:29 left to play in the first quarter. 7-4 lead the home team. Another tip and touch. Good move by number 13 to get all the way to the rim. That's senior Blair Weston for two.
Well, you know, Barnett made a good move right there and forced Lily to make a decision, and Lily had to come stop ball. And Barnett made a nice dish, and number 13 made a really good move.
Ball's loose on the floor, comes out to Whitehall. Transition. 22, Kennedy Barnett has been the name so far. She has handled the ball most of the time, taking most of the shots, kind of running the show for the Bulldogs. High post look, makes it to the baseline. Big shot, big rebound by number 13 from Whitehall.
Great defense by Lily right there to stay straight up, absorb the contact.
Kind of looked like she was in a phone booth. Lily's going to go all the way. Great kickoff to Mason Wilson. Weren't able to get the rebound, and we did foul. Going to call that foul on Stevens at the top of the key. Grimmett comes back this time for Stevens. Going to give her a quick breather with 1:28 left to play in the first quarter.
Dum-dum remove number one. Didn't take the sponsors down.
He's going to stay in the 3-2 zone defensive look. Shot from the right wing comes off. Rebound, Lily Reed. Lily's going to handle the ball up top. Swing it across to Grimmett. Grimmett's going to swing back to a skip pass for Belle Smith as they move the ball around. Great ball movement. Tipped by number 13. 13 is Blair Weston for Whitehall.
I guess did Addie come back in for Ainsley?
She did?
Yeah.
Yep. While you were turning the sponsors off. All right, here we go. Ball around the top of the key. Little soft trap by Whitehall, kind of a 1-3-1 up top. Ends up being knocked away and stolen by the Bulldogs. Weston with the ball on the left side. Brings it back up top to Kennedy Barnett. Once they get in the half court, they kind of look back and get a call. 3-2 zone. Another close to a steal there by Kinley Melton. Touched by Bell is going to put the ball out of bounds to Whitehall on the baseline. 15 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock in the first quarter. Whitehall leads by 5, 9-4 here in the first quarter. Diagonal pass stolen by Wilson.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I think she's too good of an athlete just to fall down. I think there might have been a little bit of a push there.
You are correct.
Maybe she was just off balance. 25 seconds, and now the shot clock is off after the possession change.
Good cut by 15. Ball's out of control right there. Ooh. 21 after being in the lane that whole possession.
Yep. You never notice that till the ball ends up in her hands, but definitely could have been a 3-second call. That was Jalailah Thieth with the basket. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Pass was too soft, stolen by Weston. Weston's left-handed. Gets the foul and the bucket.
Who's that foul on for? Addie?
Addie Grumet got her on the left side. She is left-handed, so being on the left side was where she wanted to be. Made the bucket, going to shoot the free throw, chance to go up. She shot the free throw right-handed. Now I'm really confused. 1.3, Lily lets it go.
Oh.
Those always look good. I don't know where her range stops, but nowhere I've seen it so far inside the gym.
It stops way out there. So she found the front of the rim. Like I said, when it got close, I thought it was good, but a little bit short. So in the first quarter, 13-4. Saw some spurts out of the Lady Jackets. Our defense right now seems to be just a half a step slow on rotation.
They're getting touches, but they're not getting the full possession.
Right.
Got to get that loose ball. Got to make that loose ball theirs. Absolutely. So 9-point deficit to dig out of here after the first quarter. Nothing that we can't do. Again, with a 17-point win in the first game at our place, the opportunity is here tonight. Just need to secure that loose ball when it's loose and bouncing around. And then really need to stop number 22, Kennedy Barnett. She's kind of been the gas for Whitehall so far.
Yeah, and she was in the first game. Even though we won pretty big over there, she kept them in it for a little while. The Lady Jackets, like we talked about, they're 12-12. They're 3-2 in their last 5 games with wins against Texarkana, Pine Bluff, and El Dorado. A kind of just blowout loss over at Lake Hamilton, and then kind of a heartbreaker against Lakeside. Close game, 6-point game. So we'll move on and try to do that. Like I said, we're tied with Whitehall right now, and we need this win pretty bad to stay inside the top 4.
Ball starts the second quarter with possession back to the Yellowjackets. Moving the ball around the top. Melton, Lily Reed, Mason Wilson, Addie Grumet, and Ainsley Stevens to start the second quarter. Again, ball moves around the top. Soft defense. But a touch and a steal there by Whitehall in the zone defense. She was able to right back to Wilson. Wilson's going to get it ahead to Stevens. Stevens going to attack, use that left hand. Unable.
She was expecting a little bit of contact there and didn't get it.
Yeah.
Barnett actually made a pretty good play right there.
Back in the hands of Paige White from Whitehall. She finds 13 in the high post. Uses the right hand this time. Is unable to make the basket. Ball kick out ahead to Stevens. Stevens is going to go again. This time she does get the foul she was looking for and the bucket. Great transition bucket by Ainsley Stevens. all year long. She's shown that left hand to be a strength as a young guard. Great kick ahead to make that possible by Lily Reed after the rebound. 3-point play is completed, 13-7, and very quickly we cut the lead in half. Second quarter has 7 minutes left to play.
We turned up the pressure a little bit. About three-quarter court pressure.
Right.
Not letting them just get into their offense and get set up. So
now Paige White handles the ball up top. She finds an inside interior pass to Whitehall. Rebound comes off to Kinley Melton. There's Grimmett going to bring the ball up. Going to find Stevens on the left side. Ahead to Lily Reed on the left side. Just off the back. Should be Yellow Jacket ball, and it is. They could have called a foul or the
guy up here is trying to get him to call a foul, I guess. He said it was a foul.
Yep.
But.
Oh, just stop right there and take it. Ball's handled by Melton. Swings it across to Grimmett, who finds her way into the middle of the lane. Ball's going to stay with the Yellow Jackets. 27 to shoot on the shot clock. Ball's going to come in this time to Lily Reed on the far side. She makes her way into the lane, off the glass, comes off to 13, Blair Weston. Weston did a good job that time kind of pushing Kinley under the basket to give herself, thought Kinley had really good position until Weston kind of pushed her under. Again, they find it in the high post. This time is going to head back. Ball's going to head back to the Yellow Jackets.
So Coach just said, come on, girl, I need you to make one. And she just kind of shrugged her shoulder like, really, Coach? You think I'm trying not to make it?
She's finding the ball there about 12 feet at the high post, and she has missed a couple in a row, so he's coaching her up. Oh, very athletic play there by 22 by Barnett. Getting that steal. She's going to bring it all the way back. Great job contesting by Grimmett. Ball stays with Whitehall. Very unselfish there. Grimmett was willing to take the charge if need be. Was able to alter that shot. Ball goes out of bounds to Whitehall. Bell Smith re-enters the game.
Kinley gave some good minutes there. Got a lot of tips. Now we see Bell come back in. She gets a tip right off the bat.
Not sure what happened there. Must have been a touch.
It was. Bell tipped it. Oh.
Ooh. Denied by Lily Reed. We're going to let 21 for Whitehall, Jalala Steeth, come to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws.
That's Lily's first. I missed a foul somewhere in the first quarter. I know I've got one on Addie and one on Lily now, but I know we had 2 in the first quarter. So
that is the missed free throw here by Jalala. She'll shoot one more. This one falls off the right side and ends up in the hands of Lily. Lily Reed handles the ball. Going to bring it up. A little bit of traffic. Finds the way into the hands of Grimmett. Right side this time for Stevens. Corner for Wilson. Big skip pass. Love it.
There it goes.
That's that inside-outside look. Love
Mason.
Love when the shooter gets to catch the ball facing the rim. Lily Reed takes advantage and buries a three-pointer. First 3 of the night for the Yellow Jackets. Lead cut to 3. Ooh.
Who touched it? He's saying Bell touched it.
Ooh.
Even the Whitehall coach sitting here at the table with us kind of looking at us like, oh.
Well, maybe we'll get the next one. All right, ball comes into Kennedy. She's been the number 1 ball handler and kind of the lifeblood, the heartbeat of the Whitehall Bulldogs. Play called here by the Whitehall, and all the way to the rim and makes the layup. As we get readjusted, sorry about that.
Yeah, my bad.
No worries. Here we go. I'm going to move it around the top. I wasn't going to tell anybody it was your headset.
There's Lily with 2 in a row.
Love it.
From Addie.
Once Lily sees it go in, it gets so much better. There we go. That's the second one in a row from way downtown. Splash.
And just like that, it's a 2-point game.
Steal ahead. Skip ahead again. Grimmett.
To Addie. Ooh. Offensive rebound by Lily and gets fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's going to put Lily at the free throw line. Two offensive rebounds now. That's going to put Lily at the free throw line to shoot 2. About halfway here through the second quarter. Chance to tie the game with these 2.
Makes the first one.
Makes the first one nothing but net. There's that technology that all the colleges are using now, talking about how a shot looks good. That has the perfect form, perfect arc. Net barely moves, makes them both. Tie game. Again, we're going to run the pressure. Going to try to keep Kennedy out. Weren't able to do so this time. That's the best thing about the press, though. Great job by Grimmett to get on the floor.
Great hustle by I think it's going to go to Whitehall.
Yep, this rotating possession. It will be Whitehall's ball.
So the Lady Jackets have gotten a little more aggressive on defense, a little more active. Their hands have been, like I said, they've been getting tips since the beginning of the game. Now we're starting to see us come away with some of those basketballs. Whitehall's going to call a timeout.
Whitehall's going to call a 30-second timeout.
Take a chance to thank our sponsors. Oh, there goes.
One of the things that I noticed here is we've kind of added the pressure and gone to the three-quarter court press. We haven't got any steals in the press yet, but we have sped them up. They've taken some quick shots, missed a couple easy bunnies, and so I'm glad that Coach Breakbill decided that was going to be the next step to kind of make an adjustment, and it's working so far.
That's right. So, yeah, thank you to our sponsors, J.M. Fry, Inc., First Trust Home Loans, Weight Loss and Wellness of Arkansas, the Hop Shop, People's Bank, Cotilla, the Sports Stop, Roof Connect, Stockton Equipment, and Allen Gate and Panel. Again, we can't do it without our sponsors, so thank you very much to all of them as they make everything we do possible.
Ball's going to come out on the far side for Whitehall. Remember, it was a jump ball, and their coach went ahead and called a timeout, wanted to set something up. Halfway through the second quarter, 4 minutes left to play. Ball moves around all the way to the corner. Back to a little dive play. 13 with her left hand, no good. Off to Lily Reed.
Another rebound for Lily.
Lily gets another board, brings it out to Grimmett. Soft zone defense by Whitehall. It's going to allow us to move the ball around as we'd like. Lily's going to go ahead and put it in the corner to Kinley Melton. She's going to work her way to Grimmett. Grimmett looks at the rim. Swing to Lily Reed on the right side. That one's a little bit too far. Comes off deep. White from Whitehall. Paige White from Whitehall with the rebound. Grimmett with the steal. Foul on White, number 1. Her name is Paige White. We're going to have a foul in the ball on the right side. First chance tonight for the Yellowjackets to take the lead. Currently 15-15, all tied up. Second quarter has belonged to the Yellowjackets. Well, they're in zone. Got a fan behind us trying to coach us up to.
Well, I think they went to man now.
Okay, now I guess he did know what was going on. That's Kinley Melton with handles in the corner. Swings it to Bell Smith up top. Reversal to Grimmett, who finds her way to the elbow. Ball's going to move around the top. There's Lily Reed all the way to the rim off the.
Nice. Good take out there.
Yes, very similar to what's Billy's last name for the Razorbacks? Billy Richmond caught the ball, ripped, and went straight to the rim. Press got broken that time. 13, Blair Weston with the bucket.
I didn't see where it was. We just didn't get back on that backside. We got hung out high on the backside, and they found it. Good back cut by that girl, by 13.
Way to handle the ball, get to the rim.
Great job, Ainsley. Finds Zaddy.
I want to be fair. That could have also been that same in the lane call. But great.
I didn't see that.
Great dish by Stevens. Great dish by Stevens.
I must have missed that one.
Grimmett was in the right spot there on the block. 19-17 Sheridan with the lead. Big attack by Whitehall. Tough to get there. Ball ends up in the hands of Bell Smith. We're going to transition, kick ahead. Great look to Grimmett, who runs the floor. Left-hand bucket. Assist, Melton, bucket, Grimmett. Back down the floor. Lead is stretched to 4 points. 2 minutes left to play in the quarter.
We'll have to talk to Kinley. That would have been way prettier if it had been that behind the back Beckett Scott move, right?
I'll take it just well.
Yeah, big steal by Kinley.
Kinley with another steal. She gets
I like
bumped.
the way she gets into her.
Good
Nice.
job. just like you get taught, you create the contact so you know what it's going to be, makes the layup, stretches the lead again. Now we're up by, what is that, 6? Very few subs by Whitehall. That may be part of what's going on. They may be getting tired.
That's right. That's a
good 13 goes through Lily Reed, able to make the bucket and one. She's going to shoot a free throw. Second foul on Lily Reed. Senior Mason Wilson going to come back in for Stevens. Want to be careful if you're Lily. Want to play this last 123.
Be very smart.
Very smart. She's been in this situation before. She's more than capable of doing that. But just want to mention that we want to watch her be careful and not get an offensive foul and not pick up a silly cheap third here in the first half. Grumette, Lily Reed, little brush screen up top. Lily's going to find her way to about 12 feet. 2-foot push floater for the bucket. 5-point lead remains for the Yellowjackets.
And 13, it looked like it was looking to try to pick up that offensive foul. Lily kind of got into it a little bit. But she didn't extend that arm. And you teach them, don't extend that arm, otherwise it's easy to call. Oh, no.
That's going to be 3. That's going to be 3 with less than a minute to play in the half. So Stevens is going to jump off the bench and come get Lily at least to the buzzer. Maybe offense for defense, and you might do that, but you might just stay with her. 1 minute rest.
An acting job by 13 too. I think their feet may have got tangled up a little bit. She was trying to really bully Lily up, and Lily just kind of moved out of the way.
Oh, good shot there in the corner.
Great rebound by Mason.
Great rebound, Mason Wilson. 48 seconds left to play. Got a chance to go quick, 2 for 1, or run the offense and let them have the last look. Little weave action, little Harlem Globetrotters. The weave turns into a bucket for Kinley Melton. Assist by Mason Wilson. Shot clock is off. Lead is 7. Barnett handles the ball at the top for Whitehall.
Such a great play by Mason right there. Getting to the basket. They collapse on her, and she just dumps it off to Kinley. That was so fun to see.
Best part of that play was they played with pace.
That's right.
Played with pace, moved the ball around. Miss. Rebound, Grumette. She knows the clock. Ahead to Wilson. Wilson to Stevens. Stevens is going to go in, take the bump. Oh!
Offensive rebound by Kinley. Oh, man.
Couple point-blank looks to finish the quarter for the Yellowjackets. Good stuff. Quarter's going to end 27-20 Yellowjackets.
So here we go, 27-20 Yellowjackets. I've got Coach Scott is going to come do a little interview here at the half and talk to him a little bit about his team and how the season's going. And at least I said he was. Where'd he go? Oh, here he comes. So we will put the sponsors on the board while we do this. Thank you very much to our sponsors. And as we get Coach, right here, as we get Coach Scott in here. What do you say, Coach?
All right, good evening. How's everybody doing?
Good to have you. As we probably get a little loud music here for this Whitehall dance team doing our cheer or whatever they are. But so, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your season so far.
Yeah, we're having a really good season so far. We're 21-6, 10-2 in conference, sitting in second place alone right now. We got Benton ahead of us and Hot Springs behind us. So hopefully we can win tonight and then win Friday night and inch closer to that first place.
Yeah, so I mean, big game tonight. You got to get past Whitehall, but then there's got to be a little bit in the back of your mind. We want retribution. We think we really felt like at Benton, it was a really good game for about 3 quarters, and then Lane went out.
Griff went out.
Griff went out and was hindered with his ankle. So that's 2 big pieces.
Yeah, Friday night's a big game, but we're not looking ahead to that. We know the importance of tonight and being a rivalry game. We're going to get Whitehall's best shot. We have a target on our back now that we're winning so much, and we're getting everybody's best shot. So we got to be locked in tonight, take care of business.
So we talk about the bigs. Who else? I mean, you're getting great guard play. You're getting, of course, Beckett, Jace. Jace dropped a 30 spot the other night. freshman Wilson Reed coming in and doing the things he does, EA. So talk a little bit about your pieces, especially when we know the big guys. Even DJ the last 2 or 3 games has come on and really showed a little bit more growing and becoming a part of this team and getting back in there. So talk a little bit about the pieces you got right now.
Right. I think that's what separates this team from a lot of our good teams in the past is just our balance, man. We have really, really good balance. It all starts with our 2 guards. Everybody knows that. And many teams try to face guard them. Many teams try to triangle and 2 them or box and 1 them or something. We've seen it all. And you can't just focus on 1 or 2 of our players because we're so balanced. We're getting really good guard play from Beckett and Jace, obviously. And the bigs are doing what they do. They're doing really well. And like you said, I think DJ's starting to come along. He's starting to find a role and be comfortable in that role. We're getting great hustle and, toughness from EA coming off the bench. It's kind of like, him and Wilson are that 6th man that brings really good hustle, effort off the bench for us. Wilson's been rebounding really well for that little guard, kind of that off guard he's been playing for us too. So we've just been really pleased with a lot of our contributions from everyone, and they've really bought in. It's a team game, and we don't have any egos on this team. We talk about it's one of our highest assist teams. That's obviously starting with Beckett. He does a good job of getting everybody involved and finding where they want the ball and where their strengths are and where they feel comfortable catching the ball and receiving the ball and things like that. So makes it a little easier to play when you have a point guard that's going to be a pass-first guy and looking to get everybody involved.
We've talked about it a little bit on the broadcast. I've said it is always been extremely hard to play point for you because you have such high expectations for your point. I say hard to play for you, but it's hard on a point guard because you have such high expectations for him to really make things run. Talk about the dynamic with you and Beckett, because I've said for Beckett, it's bad enough having to play guard for you, but also be your son. So.
Right. I mean, the good thing that I think I do pretty well is I leave it at the arena. I don't take it home. We don't. If he has a bad game or something like that, we don't go home and I get on him about not having a bad game, things like that. I become father then. When we're out here, I'm coach. And so the good thing about him is he has sat on a basketball since elementary school at half court and watched our practices. So he knew coming in what the expectation was for the point guards coming through. He knows the philosophies in and out. Really smart IQ kid. And even if he wasn't, observing practices of my practices as a little kid, he'd pick up on whatever coach he played for. He just has that type of IQ, and just being an unselfish player and an unselfish point guard really, really helps this team out.
Yeah, and we talked about, for the last 2.5, 3 years, EA has been that defensive stopper. Mm-hmm. So he's always known that role. I know at the Lake Hamilton game at home, I heard Coach Pennington, EA would get the ball and he'd be on his defense. You let him go wherever he wants. Well, then he gets the ball and scores 6 points, I think, there late in the game to kind of burn him.
Had a career night.
Yeah, and then goes to Lake Hamilton and really puts it on him.
Yeah.
One thing I've talked about this year is the defense by Wilson Reed as a freshman this year, and it almost kind of doing some things that he's never been asked to do before, in the role that he has to play on this team. He's handled the ball really well against pressure, but he's come in against Lake Hamilton and was it Easter? They were celebrating his 1,000th point, and Wilson comes in and puts the clamps on him.
Right. So, and we designed the schedule like this on purpose. We didn't know what we were going to have, especially because we were such a new team, but we knew we were going to be good. So, we go to Rogers Heritage and play in a 7A Classic and play 2 loaded teams. Then we go on the road, or we're starting the road at Russellville, another 5A school. Then we're going to Sylvan Hills, another 5A school. And we give up like 58, which wasn't bad the first game, but we give up 79, 67, and 78, 3 of our first 4 games. And I tell you, that next week, it was all about defense for the Yellowjackets.
Right.
We focused on defense. We said we got to get stops. And it was just a young team with a bunch of freshmen, a bunch of sophomores and juniors that didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year, that didn't really understand the physicality needed on the defensive end every possession. So once we started really harnessing in on, hey, we got to be physical, we got to get stops, we got to focus more on this end, it's really turned our season around. And then you mentioned some guys. So we'll start with Beckett usually on the other team's best guard. And we have the luxury of, if he does get an early foul, to boom, all right, Wilson, you're going to guard him. Or EA, you're going to guard him. And therefore we can keep Beckett out of early foul trouble. Or we can just throw a lot of bodies on the other team's best players because we feel like we got a bunch of defensive stoppers that can sit down and guard. And that's been really beneficial for us on throwing different bodies at somebody. If somebody gets in foul trouble, we can put another guy on him. He can relax a little bit on a lesser player. So it's worked for us so far this well.
Well, listen, and it really helps the guards, too, knowing that, hey, if I get beat, I don't have to foul because I've got 6'5" and 6'7" back there waiting to help me.
Yeah, and that's been one of our biggest issues on. We thought early we would foul. You know, if a guy's coming out of control and he's off balance, we would bail him out by fouling. We're really focusing on being straight up, getting vertical. You know, we're really big on the back line there with the Lane and Griff being 6'6" and 6'8". So they got a lot of early foul trouble in the season, and they've picked it up on learning how not to pick up cheap fouls anymore. And, you know, if you are going to foul, make them earn it, but don't come out here and get a cheap one where it's going to put yourself in foul trouble and the team in foul trouble.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thanks for your time. I know you got a game to get ready for. Good luck tonight against Whitehall. The crowd from Sheridan is starting to pile in. We're going to have a big blue crew, I think, and it should be a really fun game tonight.
Let's go. Here we go. Go Jackets.
We're going to take this last minute and 30 seconds. We'll take a little bit of a break. None of the girls' teams are back yet, so we will take a little break, and we'll be right back with you. You ready? All right, we're back. Let's get these our sponsors down here at the screen. Thank you very much, sponsors. I, for one, have used Stockton Power Equipment a lot in the last 3 weeks, so thank you to them. Thank you to all our sponsors. The girls are coming back out. Good interview there, great interview there with Coach Scott. A lot of stuff right there in a short amount of time. So we'll see them play later tonight. Here we go back to the girls' game. We're going back to the starting five for the Lady Jackets. Addie Grimmett, Angela Stevens, Mason Wilson, Belle Smith, and Lily Reed. Up 7 points starting the third quarter. It will be Yellow Jacket ball. I didn't even tally up my stats in the first half yet.
No surprise. Bulldogs come back with the same five. We were talking about it. We think there was only one sub in the entire first half for Whitehall. That could be a fatigue factor late in the game. Again, we're here in Whitehall. Their home gym. They're in white. We're in black. Ball's going to come in to the Yellow Jackets to start the second half. 7-point lead by the Yellow Jackets. 27-20 to start. Ball is going to be in the hands of the logo of Ainsley Stevens. They changed the floor this year. I just noticed that. It's a much smaller Bulldog than last year. Yep. That was Ainsley Stevens for two. Took it right down the lane. Kind of like the waters parted and she went all the way to the rim. Laid that in. Great job. And we start out in the zone.
Well, I think everybody thought that was a reach-in foul out there. Even the ref started to raise his hand. And so everybody just kind of stopped. Ainsley just went to the basket.
I noticed when I got back, my faders turned down a little bit. Was I talking too loud in the first half?
No.
Okay.
No, that's right where I left it.
Ball finds its way in the hands of Mason Wilson. She goes all the way to the rim. We're going to let him have it. He's going to call a block. That's going to make some people mad. And we're going to shoot 2 free throws.
We've only been 45 seconds into the second quarter, so she did that. Yeah, the referee, this guy back here has been the best referee and the best coach for Whitehall all night. So Mason hits the first one.
Mason Wilson at the free throw line stretches the lead to double digits. 10-point lead now. That was kind of an interesting transaction. Both referees blew the whistle. the trailing referee let the front guy make the call, and I think they would have made different calls.
I agree with you.
Had they.
And I'm very surprised that was a shooting foul.
That's a good point, too. Either way, both free throws are made by Wilson. 11-point lead. Ball moves around the top. Whitehall's coach is asking for some movement on offense. I believe that was a foul, but I will tell you that even if it wasn't, I think he would have called it one.
He had to.
He had to kind of go from the on the one on our end. That's going to be on 24, Belle Smith. 13 is going to go to the free throw line. Craziest thing I've seen tonight. She shoots all of her layups left-handed and all of her free throws right-handed.
I do everything right-handed, and I shoot pool left-handed.
Blair Weston.
Kind of weird, but she does. And look at
Blair Weston makes both free throws.
It's not a bad shot.
It's not. Lots of good spin. A little bit of pressure by Whitehall, but they weren't quite ready to set it up as a team.
Well, they're in a man-to-man still. They're going, kind of three-quarter light pressure, man-to-man.
Swing around the top to Bell. Lily Reed is out on the floor with her 3 fouls. Finds Wilson on the baseline, going to move it to Grimmett. To Bell all the way around with the reversal. 11 left on the shot clock. Gets to single digits. That's Lily Reed. Finds her way to the top. Going to need to do something pretty quick, ladies. That's Grimmett going to find her way. And the shot clock is going to wrap up. Kind of wish that would have ended up being a jump ball. It was going to be their ball anyway, and then we would have got the next one.
He was coming in to call it, but the buzzer went off, so that's the correct call. You make that call and let the shot clock go.
Shot clock violation on the Yellowjackets. Ball back in the hands of Whitehall. Again, Lily Reed out with 3 fouls early in the third quarter. Playing on the backside of the zone. Want to make sure we take care of her. No fouls here in the third for Lily Reed.
Very good play by Lily right there. She came around the top of that and forced that pass out of bounds. So here's Ainsley beating. I'm telling you, she can beat just about anybody off the dribble, right? We've talked about it all year, and looks like she's being very aggressive off the dribble tonight. She just left, what's 22's name?
22 is Barnett.
Their best player. She just left her in the dust at half court.
Yep. Coaches teach can't get beat sideline when you're in that pressure defense, and one push dribble, and Ainsley was gone. Makes the first of 2 free throws. Leads back to 10. Make it 11. 33-22 Yellowjackets. Ball in the hands of Paige White, the point guard for the Bulldogs. Zone looks like a 3-2. They put Mason in the middle this time. Touched by Ainsley Stevens. Had so many of those tonight, but haven't got one to fall in our hands yet.
Great steal by Mason.
Mason with the steal. Kick ahead to Grimmett. Oh, wow. Foul on 15. That is Kaylee Barnett with the foul.
So listen, they call maybe 6 fouls the whole first half.
Right.
They've already called 4 in this third quarter.
Belle Smith with the ball up top on the inbounds play. Across to Mason Wilson.
Right.
Comes off her hand pretty. Splash bucket. Mason Wilson for 3. Assist Belle Smith. Again, 3-2 zone. Mason stretching it out just a little bit. I'd like for one of these tips to turn into a steal. I love how when we get the ball, whether it be a steal or a rebound, Grimmett does a great job transitioning from defense to offense. Belle Smith with the foul underneath.
I believe he's going to wear the P out in his whistle.
You're talking about the little button that's inside the whistle?
That's right.
Okay.
He's the only one blowing his whistle here in the third quarter. Like he got bored in the first half or something.
They made a bet in the locker room about who could be the most and the least something. That's Jalela Steeth at the free throw line. Makes her first. This one's going to roll over the front of the rim and fall in as well. Full court pressure turns into a turnover and a bucket by Whitehall. That's Blair Weston. Quickly Coach Breakbill is going to call a timeout. Want to talk about how we're going to break that press.
So let's talk about a few of the stats in the first half.
Sure.
Since I didn't get to that since we had Coach Scott on. Lily had 12 points and 6 rebounds in the first half, so very solid, a spectacular first half, really. 12 points and 6 rebounds in the first half, so great first half by Lily. Then you had Addie and Kinley both had 4 points. Ainsley had 3, and Bell had 2, and Mason had 2. Bell also had 5 rebounds in the first half. Mason and Kinley both had a couple of rebounds, so very good stat-wise. Had several turnovers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 turnovers in the first half, so you really want to clean that up. And most of those were in the first quarter. And then we played a really pretty solid second quarter.
Played a great second quarter. Now, as we move here after the timeout, again, the full court pressure. This time we break it pretty easy. The difference between good teams and great teams is good teams sometimes have that quick turnover when they're surprised by that. Great teams don't get surprised by that first time that we have full court pressure. So that's a place where we can improve a little bit.
What a great steal by Addie Grimet right there.
Great job. And then a reach foul, little reach foul there by 22. Kennedy Barnett, after she turns the ball over, then she's going to be called for the foul 85 feet back. And the best part is that she's on the wrong end of the court. There she goes.
Well, the big thing about that's her third, halfway through the third quarter, so she's got to be a little careful at this point.
That could have been one right there, too.
It is.
Another big part is that's the 5th foul. We're going to shoot free throws for the last 4:31 in the quarter.
Yeah. If they're going to keep pressuring like that, and they're going to call it this way for the rest of the, we're going to shoot a lot of free throws. So Ainsley will go to the free throw line, shoot 2.
Comes off her hand, pure bucket. 11-point lead by the Yellowjackets. 4:31 left to play in the third quarter. Makes them both. That's another kind of separator between good teams and great teams is free throw shooting. And tonight we've shot great at the free throw line.
That's right.
Paige White handles the ball up top. Mason Wilson's there. Ball moves to the left side. We're going to screen and look for a corner 3. Ball is dead. There's that steal we've been looking for.
Yep.
Again, Grimet makes the change from defense to offense.
Oh,
nice Euro step. Great play by freshman Grimet. Makes the layup. I love it when we talk about something and then it happens right afterwards. That's fantastic. I'll take credit for that one. Just kidding. The girls did a great job. There's a flare screen on the back side. This one's going to come off too. Melton's going to end up with the rebound. Handles the ball in the corner. And a foul 93.5 feet away from the basket. And a technical foul because your assistant got up.
And got in his face.
The assistant popped up off the bench and earned that technical right there. That was the assistant coach's tech. And we're going to shoot 4 free throws and have the ball on our end.
Pretty sure if I'm the head coach and my assistant did that, my assistant would go to the locker room. So it's a personal foul on number 13, her first, and then a technical foul on the
assistant coach for coming off the bench towards
stomping her feet, throwing her hands in the air. So Kinley Melton will shoot the first 2, I believe.
Yep. Being an old coach and being an old assistant coach, the referees will take a little bit of lip from a head coach. They're not going to take anything from an assistant coach.
And
they tell you really quickly that that's the way it's going to be.
Yep.
And in the referee's defense, the assistant coach came off the bench and was standing shoulder to shoulder with the head coach, stomping feet, hands on hips, and quickly the whistle came. Now we're going to shoot 2 technical free throws.
Ainsley Stevens will shoot these 2. Oh.
That's 2 in a row off that same really tough back spot of the rim. We're going to shoot 1 more. As the assistant, when do you apologize to the head coach?
As soon as it happens.
Oh. I've not been watching closely, but I haven't seen it yet. We're going to call a timeout as we get the ball on the sideline coming out of this break. 41-28 26 Yellowjackets. Just under halfway left here in the third quarter. 3:42 left to play in the third quarter. Ball's going to be Yellow Jacket ball on the far side away from the scorer's table right in front of our fans.
Kind of just watching body language here. The assistant coach is she is a little more subdued than she has been in the huddle after the first couple timeouts.
She was the first one off the bench to high five all of her players. I think that was kind of almost maybe an apology kind of thing. And we've all done it. We've all been in that role where we wanted to be very energetic and emotional for our team. And this time the referee just happened to catch her.
Truth is, you could have probably got me at the Benton game from the announcer's table, right?
All right, 3:41, clock's running. Third quarter, ball in the corner to Mason Wilson. Back up top to Grimmett. Going to be a blocking foul on 13 from Whitehall. Going to put Grimmett on the line to shoot 2.
And it was a block. I mean, there's no question about that one.
She didn't get there. She wasn't set.
Yeah.
The thing is I kind of feel like they're all pretty legit.
Yeah, no, I agree. So Addie will shoot 2. She makes the first one.
The home team behind us is getting a little bit restless. Referees have called several fouls. Lily's going to come back in with 3:34 left to play.
Bell will take a break. We're going to see Sadie Krause for the first time.
Both of them fall, and Sadie Krause is going to enter the game for Grimmett. In for Grimmett. Sadie Krause is senior, sharpshooter, defensive specialist. Going to take that far side of the 3-2 zone. Everybody's going to get hands up, and we're going to start a little movement here as the girls switch sides. Paige White in front of Sadie Krause. Again, Krause comes in with lots of energy, and it's going to turn it into a turnover on Whitehall. Give that steal, assist to a steal, assist to a turnover, however you want to name that, to Sadie Krause.
Yeah, she was all up in her. White wasn't ready for that, and who really is, right?
I just noticed the student section tonight is at full force. Lots of baseball guys, lots of students in the student section. Guys and girls have joined us here in Whitehall tonight. Steal by number 13, Blair Weston. Left-handed layup. Stevens is going to have the ball up top. She's going to find Lily Reed as they get ready to break this pressure.
And Whitehall's coach here putting the press back on. He is trying to keep the energy up for his girls.
We're going to give Kinley Melton the assist and the bucket to Mason Wilson as we break the press without too much trouble. 45-28 is the score. Ball's on the left wing. That's Paige White back up top. Back to White on the left side. Trying to get the ball into 21.
Tipped by Sadie.
Sadie Krause again.
Whitehall's going to make a sub.
This is Aubrey Lee coming into the game.
For White.
That's Paige White coming out for a breather. Whitehall's going to have the ball on the baseline. 18 on the shot clock. 2:22 on the game clock. Oh, quick move there by 15. And the bucket. Kaylee Barnett ahead to Sadie Krause. Krause handles the ball in the pressure. She's going to get it across to Lily Reed, who skips to Stevens. In on the
cut by Kinley. Good look by Ainsley.
Great job reversing the ball first. Entry pass by Stevens. Bucket by Kinley Melton on, like you said, a great diagonal cut in front of her defender. 17-point lead. 1:52 left to play. So this is right where we finished the last game at our place. 17-point lead. 21 sneaks to the elbow. Foul on Melton.
Yeah. Foul on Kinley Melton.
Here's going to be the biggest clue or the biggest surprise of the night. We're going to shoot 2 free throws on that move. 21. Jalala Smith to the free throw line. Melton with her first foul. I think she was just making her move to the rim, but it did kind of fly up near the rim. I don't know.
I thought Kinley came in as the pass was getting to her.
How to make friends and eliminate enemies. Both free throws are good. 15-point lead for the Yellowjackets. Look for the big skips and diagonals. Found Stevens in the middle. Got to remember she's behind you. There's Kraus going to pull it back out. Around to Stevens. Back to the right side. That's Wilson. Up top to Stevens. Thought she might take that gap, and she changes her mind. Skip to Wilson. Oh, off the. That had a chance if it didn't bump the shot clock. Thought that might be the reciprocal to earlier when Mason made that pass to Lily in the first half. 15-point lead by the Yellowjackets. Ball in the hands of 22 Kennedy Barnett. Going to still be in our 3-2 zone like we've been in almost all night tonight. Now we're going to let Kraus be at the top of that look. Across to Aubrey Lee on the left side. Sophomore Aubrey Lee, welcome to the game. 3-point basket. Cuts the lead to 12. That's Mason Wilson kicking ahead on the diagonal. Skip. Bucket.
Nice.
Great job again. Unselfish play by the Yellowjackets. This time the assist is Melton. The bucket's Kraus. Great
catch
job
by Kinley Melton right there, and then to be able to gather it right away and drop it off to Sadie was very, very good. Very good court awareness by Kinley right there.
Yeah, they say you break. Oh!
She's coming in reaching. She's got that hand down when she gets there.
Not much, but enough to call the foul. Second foul on Melton. Ball's going to come in up from the baseline. This time it makes it to the corner to the shooter Lee. Sophomore shooter Lee in the game. Offensive rebound, hustle rebound there by Kaylee Barnett from Whitehall. Back around the top, going to swing and shoot from the top. This one finds its way out of bounds. Air ball, going to be Yellowjackets basketball. They're going to drop back in a zone look.
So they're getting out of the press for the last 15 seconds.
Probably a smart move. We've broken that pretty easy the last couple times. That's Wilson on the far side. That's Stevens. Yes, she knows where Lily is right now. Lily likes this buzzer shot.
And one. Oh, what a dumb foul. I mean, a silly foul.
That's a foul on 15 Barnett. That's with 0.8 of a second left. We're going to put Lily Reed at the free throw line.
30 feet from the basket.
We're going to shoot 3 free throws.
I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have. I think Coach is thinking the same thing I was, though.
Yep. We got a girl back here. I can't tell anybody, but she's, well, with 0.8, I guess it doesn't matter. But she's hiding back here in the corner.
Does.
I can't tell anybody. That would not be a good thing. We're going to shoot one more free throw and see if we can throw it over the top. We got a player hidden in the corner all the way at the other end.
Doesn't matter.
No way.
And the clock didn't start. So, end of the third quarter. Let me put the sponsors up real quick when we talk about this. End of the third quarter. 16-point lead by the Lady Jackets. Very good third quarter right there. So, had 2 straight good quarters after a sluggish start. What was it, 13-4 at the end of the first quarter, I think.
13-4. Whitehall was leading at the end of the first quarter. Yes, correct.
So here we are, 51-35. Going in the fourth quarter, and now you just want to finish it off strong.
Absolutely.
You don't want to let them get it, but battle back in. Because just a few shots. Barnett's made a few threes tonight. So Lee, is that her name that came
Aubrey
in?
Lee.
Aubrey Lee.
Yep, sophomore.
She hit one. So you can crawl your way back in pretty quick with the 3 ball if you don't take care of the basketball on your end. We had Whitehall a little frustrated, and you just want to keep pushing that.
Absolutely. Did a great job breaking the pressure. So many times the ball would move 2-3 Yellowjackets at a time without ever touching the floor. Good, safe, crisp passes. Always looking for that Yellowjacket who was waiting on the opposite block and had a couple really nice point-blank layups.
Yeah.
To make that happen.
That's right. Some really good looks on outlet passes. We pass it up, and the receiver of the ball always finds that girl on the opposite block. It's been a lot of fun to watch tonight. You teach your kids to, as you're going, get opposite the ball and then get on the opposite block, and that's a lot of fun to see when that happens.
Fourth quarter starts. We're showing the 3-2 again. That's Kinley Melton in the middle. You got Grimmett and Stevens on the sides. On the back, looks like Bell and Lily Reed are on the back. And here we go to start the fourth quarter. Best thing that can happen to us right now is the clock needs to keep moving. That clock is our friend for the next 7.5 minutes. Offensive rebound bucket, number 13, Blair Weston, who was the one who fouled at the finish of the quarter, scores the first bucket in the fourth. Big skip across to Melton, going to handle the ball up top. She finds Lily on the left side, going to walk right into a transition three. That one comes out to number 5. That's Caldwell from Whitehall, her first rebound of the night. Big trip here. Try to change the momentum a little bit as in the first bucket in the first quarter went to Whitehall. Wow. How is that his call? I don't mind that it's a foul, but how is that his call?
Wow. Well, don't get me started.
All right, we're going to just tell you that.
That's Bell's third.
Jalela Stith is going to come to the line to shoot 2.
Why was he even looking there?
Not sure. First free throw's made. 13-point lead still for the Yellowjackets as of right now. We want to keep this a double-digit lead. Never want it to fall into singles. Now it's 12. 51-39. Yellowjackets in the lead. Pressure by Whitehall. Stevens again all the way to the rim.
And that hurts as the coach because we did what you want to do. You want to get to the ball to the middle, but then you've got to stop ball. And that girl on the back never even thought about trying to stop Ainsley.
Nope.
She went straight to the opposite block, which in her defense, that's what we've been doing all night, but you've got to stop ball first.
Big entry pass, finds Weston again on the block. Going to need to side front her, so it's a little bit tougher for her to catch the ball. Weston's kind of made her mark in the game. Steal and a bucket by Weston. Steal and a bucket by Weston. Quickly, Coach Breakbill calls a timeout as the lead is 10. All right, so
this is the first time you've seen us struggle a little bit with the press tonight since early in the first quarter.
Part of that is 13 Weston has turned it up pressure-wise. She's kind of baiting us into throwing that middle pass, and she's gotten her hand on it and now stolen a couple in the quarter.
And I'll tell you what I just saw right there before Coach called that timeout. Mason Wilson was running to the table. So she's not on the court. And that's that little bit of senior leadership you're going to bring back in right now. You've got, the girls on the court have been going at it for a few minutes. So they're getting a little fatigued. It's late in the game. So you're going to see, Mason come back in. I don't know who she's going to come in for, but that gives you another little option to handle the ball against the pressure. She gets to the middle of the court. She makes those great outlet passes. You'll get Ainsley running down one side or Addie running down one side. So here we go. You are now back to your starting 5. Ainsley and Addie, Lily, Bell, and Mason.
Our ball on the baseline, going to be able to move along the baseline since they just made a bucket. The other thing that bringing Mason back in does, her height is going to help because so far everything in this quarter has been point-blank range in the lane, either post or in those transitions off steals. Bell's going to turn this one over. Going to end up in the hands of 22, Kennedy Barnett. Big defensive trip every time, but this one again trying to eliminate a little bit of the.
Great steal by Ainsley.
Ainsley was in the right place, didn't get screened. Good look by Grimmett. Grimmett's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul on 21. 21 is Steeth, Jalela Steeth, and she's going to have her 3rd foul. Grimmett goes to the line to shoot 2. First one rolls around and falls off the front. Going to shoot her 2nd. This one finds the bottom of the net. 6:11 to play in the game. Again, we will remind you that this currently are 2 teams that have the same record and are tied for 4th. 2 teams that are currently tied for 4th. Had a little clock issue there, so we're going to set the shot clock. to 30 and the game clock to 6 minutes. Going to bring it back in on the side to Whitehall. That's Lee. Stolen by Grimmett. Another great transitions. I'm sorry, my fault.
Great pass out to Mason.
Steven with the steal. Great catch. Tough to catch that ball over your shoulder. Mason did it like a football receiver and then used her left hand and made the layup. Stretching that lead back out. Defense turns into offense. Kick to Lee. This time it is a off the back glass. Again, there's 13 with the rebound and the energy. This time comes off to Lily Reed. Able to handle 3. Ahead to Grimmett. Again, we don't stop the ball. Whitehall doesn't stop the ball. Grimmett gets all the way to the rim. Going to shoot 2 more free throws. That defender made sure that there was no pass ahead to Bell Smith, but didn't stop the ball.
Didn't stop the ball. And it was really great hustle by number 5 to get back and even get where she made that foul. Otherwise, it was going to be a layup.
Another free throw by Grimmett. Welcome back to the game, Paige White. Starter junior guard Paige White re-enters for Aubrey Lee. Lead is stretched back to 14, 57, 43. Yellowjackets, 5:17 left to play. Grimmett makes both. Back into Paige White from Whitehall. Clock is running again. That's the most important thing right now. The clock is our friend. Entry pass.
Double
boom,
dribble.
Double dribble. One of my favorite video games when I was about 9 years old.
Double dribble.
Ball goes out of bounds. Not sure why the shot clock reset, but I'll just sit over here and mind my business. Ball comes in.
Hit the ring.
Ball comes into the energy. Whole second half has belonged to Blair Weston from Whitehall. She has been all of the offense and most of the defense. Blair Weston, left-hander from Whitehall. Ooh, we're going to call that a travel. Maybe so.
I don't disagree with the call.
At least off balance.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the call, but it was a great move by Addie.
But big athleticism to put that ball in the hoop from where she was. Had to throw it super high. They waved off the basket. Lead remains 13. All right. Ooh, entry pass into the high post. All right. Grimmett with the slap. They called the foul.
That's her second.
That's that lesson that you teach early, that you can't slap down. You got to slap up. From the backside, it's hard to see. This one is clean, stolen by Wilson. Wilson ahead to Bell. Bell brings it back out to Wilson, who kicks all the way across to Grimmett. Back up top, good rotation by the Yellowjackets. Great decision to pull it out and use a little bit of the clock. Grimmett swings left all the way to the corner. Bell Smith for 3.
Wide open.
Nothing but net. Gotta love that open 3 after the big reversal that went both ways.
So the patience really paid off right there, pulling it out. Ainsley, as a freshman with the wherewithal, we had the break, nothing. We had the secondary break, nothing. Let's pull this out and set it up, moved it around, and Bell was wide open for 3.
Kind of a data guy. Several years ago, the Louisville men's team did a study. And if you reverse the ball one time, you make 21% of the shots. And if you reverse it twice, you make 37. But if you reverse it that third time, get it back to the original side a third time, it goes up to something almost near 50%. Got to move the ball to be able to do that, and we did that very well. Again, called her name almost the entire second half. Blair Weston, senior Blair Weston comes to the free throw line and makes her first free throw. Her energy has been electric in the fourth quarter. I'm glad the other girls on her team have not picked it up because she has been fantastic.
She's been amazing in the second half.
Yep. Pressure.
14-point game.
Pressure to Grimmett. Grimmett dribbles to settle and get ready. Shoots the ball off the back of the rim. Oh. 3:34 left to play.
Wilson, her first. I thought Mason tipped that ball out.
So we are at 3.5 minutes left to play. Coach Breakbill just pulled the girls aside and made sure they were aware that we don't have to shoot early in the clock. Kind of taking the air out of the ball a little bit on our next trip. That's 13 Weston. Heard her name in the second half. I have offensive rebound Weston.
It's her own
bucket
rebound
Weston.
back up. Yeah.
Yep. She has been the money this second half for Whitehall. Tip Weston.
She's a senior.
She is.
Oh,
Yep.
Let's see if she comes to Sheridan next year. That's a lot of energy.
Ball comes in on the far sideline to the Yellowjackets. Backdoor cut, look wet. That's going to come back to Lily Reed up top for three. Great read by the Yellowjackets. That was supposed to be the backdoor cut. Lily realized she wasn't going to have the backdoor cut, so she just put the brakes on, shot the three. Makes the bucket assist. Mason Wilson.
How about Mason hitting the pump on that pass? Because she wanted it there.
Yep.
You know, she wanted it there, and it wasn't. She saw it, and Lily saw it. It was a great job by both of them.
I've got us with 15 assists looking at your sheet. And
that'll be lacking a couple.
I'm sure that number's a little bit low because you do so many things here at the table, so I'm sure somewhere we probably missed it, one or two. But that's a big number.
And early on, it was a lot of turnover. Like I said, we had 9 turnovers in the first half. Now we just have 11 turnovers for the game with 15 assists.
Right.
Like I said, it's probably closer to 17 or 18. I've probably missed a few, but
really good job by the Yellowjackets moving the ball around, sharing the ball tonight. Unselfish basketball. Everybody's okay as long as somebody's putting it in the hoop.
Yeah, and it's been very, very all the way around.
Scoreboard says the Yellowjackets have 1 timeout left. Whitehall has 3. 64-49.
I think they only have 2. She just came to the table to check, and I think she just told Coach she's only got 2. I don't know that for sure, though. But.
Whitehall will shoot free throws on all of the Yellowjacket fouls for the remainder of the game. (64-49). Clock starts. Under 3 minutes to play in the game. Paige White, the point guard, swings across to Weston. See what I did there? That was Barnett. We're going to have the ball back coming our way.
She just got out of control. She jumped, had nowhere to go with it.
Ball to the Yellowjackets, comes in to the corner, short corner our side. Now Lily Reed handles it ahead to Grimmett. Grimmett's going to handle it, put it in the middle to Stevens, who pulls it out, takes a break. Lily Reed says not going to take a break.
And one.
I know you guys can see this on the broadcast, but Lily Reed was standing on the volleyball, the what do they call that? The net line. Makes the 3, foul for an and 1 4-point play. I've never seen one from that far away.
And that's 2 fouls by number 15 against Lily that far out. I'm
and
almost dumbfounded.
She's probably pretty disappointed because she didn't get the call on our end, and she had. So this is a conversation about the fans from Whitehall.
Section.
Yep.
The referee said they've got to go. They're cursing them all out. He just told the referee said the entire student section has to go. Wow. Wow. I've never seen that before. He's telling them to go to their benches.
He's telling the teams to go to their benches, and he's about to run everybody out of Whitehall's student section. Every single one of them. Oh my.
Now, in his defense, every time he came down here, they were F-bombing him and cursing him, and that's what he told the AD.
Now the coach is going to go too. For it to be 2, that's going to be, for him to be gone,
No,
that's
I think it was the assistant again. Not the same one.
different assistant.
Different assistant.
Okay, so we're going to shoot free throws. We're being quiet, kind of just seeing what's going on.
There's a lot of moving parts going on right now. The student section is leaving. The assistant coach was barking at the referee again, a different assistant coach. That's two technicals on the bench, so the head coach has to go. I'm going to be extremely surprised if in the end all the Whitehall benches, the fans are not cleared out of here because the parents are starting to get sideways now.
This is it's going to be, the next piece is going to be somebody else.
Wow. I don't know that I've ever seen this.
Now we got parents up behind us. I wouldn't be shocked if something goes flying soon. I hope that's not the case.
Now assistant coach. She gets her second technical. There's going to be 4 free throws now for technical fouls by Lily. I got to try to keep up with all this. Goodness gracious.
So we're going to shoot 4 free throws. The head coach and the first assistant have been ejected. Somebody's going to say ball don't lie.
Hey, that was wild. Wow.
We've got an SRO just to our right. There are fans leaning over the rail barking very loudly. Rightfully so. It's been kind of a crazy few minutes. Lily has now made 2 out of 3 of these 4 free throws. All right, sub coming to the table. Number 22, Carrie Turner, is going to come in for Mason Wilson. Going to be an interesting next couple minutes. See how the energy kind of changes or moves over this piece.
So 22-point lead for the Yellowjackets. So now they get the ball, which you hope you don't see anything on the court, right? You hope you don't see some of these frustrations taken out on the court.
Right. Ball, Sadie Krause in the corner. She's got it up top, going to turn it over.
Hey, she's got to sit there. Ain't my place.
Shh, not ours. I didn't mean to shush you.
Yeah.
Big rebound by Weston again. Now we're back in play. Let's get back into the game. 71-49. 2:03 left to play.
That's 5 on Bell.
Bell has 5.
So Kinsley will come check in for her.
You too sensitive for your ref, man. You too sensitive. Yeah, look at
The acute. Second shot missed the first. 71-49. I don't know how the guys do it that are pros at this, because I'm watching over both shoulders.
I agree. This is the one catch of being at the visitors' place in front of their home bench at their scorer's table.
Ball's going to go out of bounds off the Yellowjackets, back in the hands of Whitehall. 71-50, 21-point lead, 1:57 left to play.
So what Coach Breakbill should do right here, she calls last time out and tell our girls, hey, you got to understand you are not going to get any calls the rest of this game because they are just trying to get out of here now. So play tough, block out all the outside noise.
What are the odds he lets everybody back in for the boys' game?
I heard someone say come back in for the next game, but I don't see it happening.
That's 13 Weston Great
hustle.
Good hustle both ways.
Now, I
Nope.
want to see her quit throwing elbows, but
Are we going to send him?
he walked away on his own. He's gone and hidden now.
All right, so big foul on Sadie Krause. That's going to be the 5th foul on 15, the younger Barnett. We're going to bring the ball in on the baseline with 1:37 left to play. We just want this to go ahead and get out of here now. We want this to wrap up. Ball's in the hands of Lily Reed. Lily's going to kick it ahead.
Did you just see Carrie's face when Lily passed that ball into her? Great hustle by Addie right there.
Addie's going to keep the ball in
Recovering,
possession.
swings it around to say, uh-oh.
Sadie
Big
Krause for 3 off the other side. Great hustle by Melton. Ball goes out of bounds.
Here comes Ashton Dugan. She's coming in for Lily.
1:19 left to play.
And we're going to empty the bench now, so I want to say that. Finley's still on the court. She got Abby Barbary,
Violet McCurry.
Violet McCurley, Carrie Turner, Ashton Dugan, and Kinley Melton on the court.
1:10 left to play. Clock is running. 21-point lead. Got a foul on the backside. That's going to be free throws for Whitehall. .32 Black with the foul.
I reckon he knows it's too late to get back control of the gym.
First bucket is Paige White. The funny thing is the game's been pretty clean. It's not been
Right.
it happened with referees and fans.
Yes.
And coaches.
Yes.
So-
Rayleigh Umholtz has checked into the game for Kinley Melton.
Both free throws are good. Last timeout taken by Coach Breakbill and the Yellowjackets. 1:03 left to play.
So, a very eventful fourth quarter here. I've never seen, oh, he's back. Let's see what happens. I've never seen an entire student section kicked out, I don't think.
It's an interesting time. Big rivalry, as we know.
That's right.
Being a middle school admin, I have had parking lot duty here before after games. I can think back to times when some of our fans maybe didn't do quite what they were supposed to either. Big rivalry, but we want to leave it to the kids and let it be a basketball game for them. That's why we're here. Whitehall's going to bring in some subs as well. So with that being the case, might calm down a little bit more. The young Yellowjackets take the floor. Whitehall brings
It gets more intense now. My baby that doesn't get to see the floor very often is out there now, Coach.
Still going to pressure the Yellowjackets full court. Ball comes in and is thrown ahead and out of bounds. Whitehall ball with under a minute left to play. That's number 2. Paige White handles the ball up top, swings it across to number 5, Caldwell. Back to number 2. I said it. That's Lee. I'm sorry. Good touch.
Tip by Violet.
Yep. Foul's going to be free throws.
Foul on Violet. I guess after she got the tip, she fouled.
Going to be 2 free throws for number 12 from Whitehall. This is Rihanna Harris. First free throw is no good. Second try here, 42 seconds.
Missed them both. Rebound by Abby Barbary.
Ball's going to move around. Yellowjackets take. Violet swings the ball left. Shot number 10, Abby Barbary.
Big three by Abby Barbary.
Big 3 bucket, Abby Barbary.
Right back at you, says number 5.
Number 5 is Caldwell from Whitehall. Shooting the ball well late in the game. Steal, number 12, Brianna Harris. Steal, Yellowjackets. And the final buzzer sounds. Woo. Scoreboard has been cleared very quickly. 24-point win by the Yellowjackets. That's a Whitehall sweep, Yellowjacket sweep over Whitehall this year. Yellowjackets are going to lead as Mike looks over the stat sheet. Glad we're going to get out of here safely. No injuries. Another chance on Friday night. We'll be at home against Benton. The Benton rematches will be Friday night at our place. You'll probably hear and see the Yellow Jacket men coming out to the court. Going to take up their spot here on our side of the court. See what's going on.
So real quick, as the boys come out and get ready to warm up, leading scorer Lily Reed, she had 24 points, 7 rebounds. Then we had 3 girls with 11 points. Mason Wilson scored 11 with 3 rebounds. Angel Stevens had 11. Addie Grimmett had 11. Kinley Melton had 7. Bell had 5. Bell added in 5 rebounds. So very good, very good 3 quarters for the Lady Jackets. Big win. You now easily hold the tiebreak with Whitehall in any tiebreaker scenario in the girls' side, and we you hope you don't come to that. So we were tied. We were tied for 4th place going into that game. So we have bumped Whitehall out of 4th place for the time being. So if we take care of business, we're in.
The way I talk to Coach Breakbill, I feel like it's also a situation where whoever currently has the 2 tiebreaker over us has a really tough go at it. I know they still have Lake Hamilton and somebody else that's in the mix too. So chance to be a 2, gonna be a 3 or a 4, gonna make the state tournament, gonna make the postseason, which is the first goal. Check that box, and now it's time to move on to moving up those ranks to get a better spot and a better first game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you want to play Bologna in the first round, so I think you want to get up out of that spot. Sorry, I'm answering a couple messages there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we're really in a good spot with what we've got left. We've already got past Lake Hamilton. We've still got Benton left. Another game with Hot Springs, Texarkana. So we sit in a pretty good spot, I think, if we take care of business. So great win by the girls, by the Lady Jackets. Maybe we'll see Coach Breakbill after the game. Get over here and get a little interview on him. But very wild 4th quarter, and not even really on the court.
Yes.
The court was just a normal basketball game, really.
Things I've never seen. We are at 7.5 minutes, and right now, it looks like fans are starting to creep back in.
Well, there's a bunch of them that didn't get kicked out that were sitting way up high.
I got you. Okay.
So we'll see what happens. What we'll do right now is we'll take a little break. Let's gather ourselves. Let's take a little break right here. I'll put the sponsors back up on the board. We'll shut it. We're going to go mute for a few minutes, and we'll see you back here in just a few minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Mike comes back to the table, we're going to get ready to start the boys basketball game.
All right. So, that's exciting. Here's the starting lineup. Yellowjackets, you got number 3, Becca Scott. Number 4, DJ Trotter. Number 5, Jace Gatlin, fresh off a 30 spot. Number 13, Dawson Griffin. And the big senior, number 50, Lane Bickford.
All right, here in Whitehall, they're going to wear their white jerseys tonight. Going to be at their home place, so we're going to call their names second. That's number 30. That's Tyrus Green. Tyrus is a senior. Bobby Foster, number 12, also a senior. A couple old guys getting called out first tonight. Young guy, Jackson Turner, just a sophomore in the starting lineup. Corey Hope. Corey Hope's a junior, number 11 for Whitehall. And number 15, Tristan Dunlap. Now, if you look over at the Whitehall bench, you're going to see Trey Lennox, Coach Trey Lennox, the best hair in the conference. He's trying to hype up his Whitehall guys. Coach Scott's down and ready to watch his guys. They're ready and prepared. Sheridan in their road blacks that we've worn most of the year this year. Whitehall in their home whites. Boys game about to start. Big conference implications every night as we finish up the season. All in conference play.
Like Coach Scott said during his interview, you know, they've been winning this year, so there's a big target on their back.
Yeah, we're going to get everybody's best, obviously, here from a big time. Offensive foul, moving screen on the handoff, and it begins. First foul, Dawson Griffin's 8 seconds into the game.
On a very basic play that happens in every single offensive set for every team that plays basketball.
Here we go.
So you're right. Here we go.
Defensively, man defense. Trotter gets beat. Kick out. Scoring starts. That is Marcus Murray. Not sure what we got. Delay a game warning on White. Delay a game warning on White. That basket was 12. Bobby Foster with the first hoop of the game. All right. We know who the referees are now. Let's play basketball.
Yeah. And you should never know who they are.
Gonna move the ball around the top. Jace Gatlin through the elevator screen at the top. Bucket 3. Jace Gatlin starts where he finished his last game. 3 from the top of the key, matches the score, 3-3 Yellowjackets. Tied with Whitehall, 7 minutes left early in the game.
Oh, big block by Lane.
Lane Bickford just said, give me that. He just said, give me that ball right there. Good job, Lane. Great contest, out of bounds to Whitehall. Yellowjackets are gonna stay in a man defensive set. Good contest, no foul. Ball comes off to Jace Gatlin. Going to push the ball ahead. DJ Trotter on the right side. Looks to figure out and going to bring it back out for a trail 3. Jace Gatlin again. Remember, last year, this is where Jace had his coming out party.
When he got the start for Romine, and he came out and he had a fantastic game.
Shot the ball well, played great here last year. Feels comfortable on these rims. Stepped on the baseline, great defense. Ball comes back to the Yellowjackets. Ball comes back to the Yellowjackets. All right, ball in the hands of point guard Beckett Scott. Gonna run another set with a backdoor look. Able to get the catch by Gatlin. Great job by Beckett Scott moving. Great job. Beckett Scott made that not be a turnover by jumping to the ball.
Right.
Lane Bickford with a good look, came off the top of the rim, going to be back to Whitehall.
We haven't seen that in a while since he hurt his wrist at Benton. We haven't seen that top of the P3 by him. He's passed it up several times, and I know that excites you.
I love the post three, man. Post three at the top of the key is like cotton candy. It's just sweet. As they move the ball around the top, Whitehall finds their way into the lane. Ball surprise, found number 4 up top. Beckett Scott. Let's put a count on him. Let's put a count on him. Ooh, not much there. Foul on the Yellowjackets.
On DJ.
Trotter with his first. Going to put the ball on the baseline. New shot clock for Whitehall.
And that's going to be 2 on Dawson Griffin.
The way you don't let that happen is you don't let him catch. The way you don't let that happen is you can't let him catch. Early entry here for Anderton. Out comes Dawson Griffin. Coach Scott is hot. More at the event than anything else. Just why you let him catch that?
Right.
3-point play finished. Basket by number 11. Full court, man pressure. Clear it out, let Beckett have the ball. Moving screen. Says he got his hip out. That's 2 moving screens. Our big guys have 3 fouls between the 2 of them right now. 2 for Griffin, 1 for Bickford.
2 moving screens called all year. All year haven't seen it called.
Ball comes in on our close side. Handled by number 15. 15 is Dunlap. Gets his way to the elbow. Walk. Doesn't travel even though Mike calls it. Big time defense. Wow. Trying to get a little bit of extra there. Foul on Whitehall's number 30. Whitehall's number 30 with his first foul. Exciting first 3 minutes. Going to be a big night for basketball here in Whitehall. Jay Scallon's going to bring it up. Going to handle it on the right side. Back to Beckett Scott's asking for clearance. Going to put him on an island. Beckett Scott finds the baseline all the way out of bounds. Going to say he stepped on the baseline.
He's calling out of bounds. He's calling a foul.
This could get interesting really quick right now. I'm going to say what I always say. Beckett Scott's, in this case, too good of an athlete to just fall down. Somebody had to push him. Great job there by Lane Bickford, not getting a second foul and still having a really good contest.
Now you can see the freshman Wilson Reed check into DJ Trotter.
Number 3, that's Bateman, a junior coming in for Whitehall. Full court pressure. Oh, they broke too early. Ball finds its way into the hands of Beckett Scott. Wilson Reed's going to handle the ball at the logo in the Bulldog. Up top, man defense by Whitehall. Ball screen coming. Got to stay still. I'd try to buy that too.
He slid underneath him. You can ask for it all you want. You've got 2 moving screen calls. You can't get the block to charge.
Foul called on Corey Hope of Whitehall. Ball on the baseline for the Yellowjackets. That was a 50-50 ball that came our way. We don't need 2 on both bigs this early. Ball comes in on the far side to Wilson Reed. Big pressure on the far side. Foul called. Foul called on number 15. That's Tristan Dunlap. Very quickly, Whitehall with their 3rd team foul. Yellowjackets with their 4th. Almost in the bonus early in the game. Going to have to get deep in the benches early with foul trouble. Ball comes into Wilson Reed. Back to Beckett Scott. Fresh shot clock with the foul. Run and jump, gets the ball in the hands of Wilson Reed. Back to Beckett Scott up top. Turnover, Beckett Scott. Beckett fouls, and we're going to allow Whitehall to shoot free throws on the transition foul. Shooting 2. Beckett with his first foul and contest. Whitehall has come out with a big energy. We're going to need to match that energy without fouling. First free throw is good. That's number 12, Bobby Foster. Remember, he's the guy who had the early three-pointer to start the game. Really clean, pure shot off his hand. Able to make both free throws. Stretch the lead to 8-6, Whitehall. Beckett Scott, Wilson Reed. Going to handle the ball here in front of the scorer's table right where we are. That's Anderton's going to take it to the rim. A block again. Block called again on Whitehall. Now that's going to be the second foul on 30 from Whitehall. Lots of energy and emotion by number 30 as he comes to take a seat. All right, Yellow Jacket baseline play.
That's 5. That should be shoot. No,
that's 4 on them, 5 on us. Yellow Jacket. Beckett Scott had a 3, gave it, passed it up. Jace Gatlin shoots his third 3 off the back rim.
Great offensive rebound by Lane. Then he gets pushed down. Then he gets kicked in the face.
Foul on number 5. We're going to meet a lot of Whitehall Bulldogs tonight. That's Markel Kelly on the foul. Love how Wilson Reed went and rebounded from out of position there. Big energy coming from the three-point line. Got in that mix. Allowed Lane to get that rebound and be strong. Now he's going to shoot some free throws. First one is down. Going to shoot one more. We're at the bonus with both teams before the halfway point in the first quarter.
Did you forget though? Yeah, we're only halfway through the first quarter.
This is going to go off the back. Rebound to Whitehall. With the energy and emotion from the first game and the matched energy here, it's going to be a big night.
Tracked down by Wilson.
Energy by Wilson, yes. Rebound by. And we're going to go back the other way. Lane Bickford's done a great job protecting with one foul, being a rim protector.
Probably had to play a few extra minutes here in the first quarter that he would normally already be getting a little bit of a break with Dawson in foul trouble.
Another
up again.
Another good contest. Sorry that I talked over you.
Nope.
Jace is going to give this one up. Going to look for the next better look. Jace all the way to the rim with a floater and a bucket. Passed up the three-point look. Moved around the perimeter and found his way to about a 4-foot right-handed floater. We take the lead. Yellow Jackets' first lead of the night, 9-8. Good dig by Beckett Scott. Another contest by Lane Bickford. Rebound and ahead to Anderton. Got a trail by Wilson Reed, but we're going to go all the way to the rim. Missed by Anderton, foul by Reed. Free throws for Whitehall. Wilson was there, did a great job getting down, but got pushed under. Rebound comes off to Whitehall. Kind of an inadvertent foul allows the Bulldogs to shoot a couple free throws. It's Markel Kelly at the line to shoot 2.
So we're at 11 fouls in the first quarter for both teams, between both teams. You hate to see them not get to play. Whatever the extenuating circumstances are, like you said, you never want to know who the referees are.
They're super important for the game. Don't misunderstand me when I say that. But the best called games, you get done with the game and you don't remember who they were. Beckett Scott's got the ball out of the missed free throw. Out to Anderton up top. Gatlin. Action by the Yellow Jackets up top. Looking for the post cut. Didn't find it that time. Going to reverse the ball to Anderton. Anderton across to Wilson Reed. Beckett Scott back up top. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Still moving the ball around the perimeter. Find Beckett Scott with 7 on the clock. Everybody knows the number. Beckett is not getting a call that he usually gets. Gatlin's not going to know it's there. And the energy is high, ladies and gentlemen, in Bulldog Arena. They're taking time to go high-five coaches and players on the bench. Big defensive set there by the Bulldogs. But what we have to remember is the game's tied. They're in foul trouble, same as we are. And the game's tied. Nothing's going on. They're all pumped up, but nothing's happened yet.
Yeah, all this energy they're expending to be tied, right? I'm going to guess that was not the shot coach wanted.
Ball comes off to
Rebound
Gatlin.
by Jace.
Again, Beckett is really good at standing up, and he keeps falling over. I think that's got to be a foul. I feel like this is a pot of boiling water, and there's not a wooden spoon on it. At some point, it's going to boil over, and something bad's going to happen to Whitehall. Beckett Scott with the ball up top. Finds his way. Wilson Reed in the corner. Finds the 12 feet. Back to Anderton. Push floater.
Nice.
Off 2 feet. Kind of the theme in the girls' game was lots of assists and sharing the ball. See it there again. I don't feel like that this energy is carrying over to the Yellowjackets in a negative way.
Correct.
They are
They're
handling
that very well.
handling their business in their space. Great hedge by Bickford up top. Way to defend that ball screen. That's illegal. Let's go the other way. Both. Yep.
And their coaches even said, hey,
Yep.
it was.
Maybe that's the bubble over I was just talking about. A little bit of extra there with both arms. Ball moves around the top.
Oh, Jason's
Jace.
open on the cut.
Great
Good look
assist.
by EA.
EA Anderton with the pass. Great screen up top by Bickford. Basket by Jace Gatlin. Steal, Beckett Scott turning it around. Defense to offense. Here we go. Beckett gets to the top of the key.
Push.
Going to hold it up. Smart move. Going to get it to Jace. He's going to take it all the way for a great look by Bickford. Share the basketball, Yellowjackets. Again, all this energy, everything that we've seen expended for so many things that weren't buckets. Yellowjackets lead 15-9. 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
Very, very big moment for the Yellowjackets right there. Like you said, Whitehall, their team, their coaching staff, their fans have expended a boatload of energy right here. And Sheridan battled through some of it, struggled, some turnovers at the beginning. I mean, Beckett's already got 3 turnovers, right? And so very, very uncharacteristic. So you're seeing a lot of that energy. Whitehall's playing with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion. And like you said, with the 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's a 6-point lead for the Yellowjackets. So they sustained that initial burst. They've overcome all the outside stuff, and they're still out here. Dawson's not played but about a minute and 30 seconds of this game. And look at where we're at. Lane has just played. He has carried this team in the first quarter, I think, on the defensive end. He's got several blocks, even with 1 foul on him. He's played great defense, offensive rebounds. And, of course, as soon as we say that, he gets a second.
Second foul on Lane. 22 seconds left to play. It's going to be number 15 for the Bulldogs. Dunlap to the line. Dunlap's going to shoot 2.
I think you're going to see DJ now. DJ come in for Lane.
DJ Trotter's going to come in and take the bottom block. Going to let Lane and Griff sit for these last 22 seconds.
Now, unlike other teams in our conference, Whitehall's not super big. So this doesn't really kill us like it could against a Benton or a Hot Springs or, something like that.
Clock's running under 20 seconds. Shot clock is off. Beckett Scott's Jace Gatlin. Back to Beckett in front of us here at the scorer's table.
He just got hammered in the face. Oh,
5 seconds left to play. They're going to call a travel on Trotter. 22. Full court defense. Ball comes in. Back to 15 on the side. No foul. That's 4 air ball, and finishes the quarter with the Yellowjackets leading by 4. Again, I can't say enough how much energy was expended to be down by 4 points. The Yellowjackets in their place, a hostile environment tonight, no doubt about it. I can't be any more pleased that We come out of that first quarter even or up by 4. Made a couple big threes, Jace Gatlin. Couple great assists, one to Jace, then one to Bickford in the second quarter, or at the end of the first quarter. And we're going to start the second quarter with the ball and up 4.
Yeah. Again, great resilience by the Yellowjackets to overcome that. For not having much of a student section here, this place is loud. The parents have moved down here. A bunch of parents and the girls' basketball team have moved down here right behind the bench where the student section was. They're kind of taking that over, and they're loud and bringing a lot of energy. But look at our stands. I mean, I don't know that our parents are bringing as much energy as the Whitehall parents, but they're here. They're cheering, and look at that. I mean, 2/3 of that side over there is parents, and the other third is student section.
Yep. Leaning over the rail, doing what we do.
So here we come out, second quarter. I forgot to put the sponsors up. Sorry, sponsors. I'll catch you here at the next time out and halftime. But
I made a mistake. I thought it was going to be our ball coming out. It's actually going to be theirs. Dawson's going to come back in with his 2 fouls. Lane's going to take a little bit more of a breather. Number 30 has 2 for Whitehall. He's still sitting on the bench. That's a left-handed missed layup by number 4. That was Turner with the missed layup. Ball off to Dawson Griffin, making his presence known quickly with a big rebound. He's going to stay there and still at the top. That's Wilson Reed. Great look to Anderton at the top. Came off Anderton's hand beautifully. Just off the front of the rim, foul Whitehall. So let's keep the theme of lots of fouls. And foul on number 12 for Whitehall. His first, Bobby Foster.
team's first.
Of the second quarter, yes. Throws it up to Dawson Griffin.
And one. Holy cow.
Ball comes out to Whitehall. Anderton runs with him to the corner. Oh, you can't let him catch. With 2 fouls, you want to side front that and not let that be a catch. Once it's a catch, it's too easy to get that 3rd foul. Missed him. All the way to the rim. Missed another layup. 2 misses in a row. Going to have a chance for a 3rd layup. This is a bucket.
Who had that turnover?
I'm not sure. It happened on the baseline, kind of in the transition. Jace is going to handle the ball up top. Going to find Wilson Reed. Now number 3 for Whitehall in the game is in the game for one reason, and that is to stop Beckett Scott. He is face guarding Beckett at all times. That's why we're letting Jace handle the ball from 15 feet. Off the front of the rim, rebound comes down to Turner from Whitehall. Transition all the way to the rim. Talked about stopping the ball in the girls' game. Yellowjackets have to do a better job stopping the ball sooner.
That's right.
Stopping the ball sooner, getting the ball to be outside the three-point line in transition. That's too easy a bounce pass from 8 feet. 12, Bobby Foster going to be in the game shooting free throws. As the substitution horn blows, Landon Blank going to come into the game. Senior Landon Blank back in the game here for the first time tonight. He's played some important minutes when coming back from injury. Tie game, 6:31 left to play in the half. Beckett Scott handles the ball. Arian Bateman on defense. Backdoor to Beckett Scott. Wilson Reed, Jace Gatlin. Blank with his back to the basket. Wilson Reed. Jace Gatlin's able to control the ball. 7 seconds to shoot. Beckett Scott with a big 3. Griffin with a huge rebound. Huge rebound without getting the foul.
And then gets fouled.
Huge. Here comes Bickford and Trotter into the game. Bickford and Trotter in.
And you're going to see a little bit of trying to keep Griff and Lane fresh, I think. I think you're going to see them start coming in a little bit for each other here, trying to preserve that 3rd foul on each of them. If you keep them from getting tired, they're less likely to get those little cheap fouls, right?
Tyson Tyson Green plays much bigger than he is physically. 2 fouls. He's back in the game. He's on Bickford.
Pushing Don Lane.
Steal, Whitehall.
Ooh.
All right, Whitehall decides to pull it out. That's Turner across. Brings it in to number 11. They're going to call a foul, I think, on Bickford for walking in underneath. Yes, that's Bickford's 3rd foul.
Wow.
Bickford now has 3. 11 at the free throw line. Corey Hope misses the first. I'm going to say it. Ball don't lie.
I mean, I thought Lane was pretty straight up right there.
Yeah.
I mean, standing his ground, straight up, and the kid just came flying into him.
There wasn't a whole lot of contact.
No, I didn't think so either.
There's been a lot more on both ends. We've had more that wasn't called. They've had more that wasn't called.
Yes.
Missed both free throws. Beckett's going to get to 12 feet.
And get the and one.
Now, I'm going to give Coach Scott a little love there. He was in the referee's ear politely, but talking about bumps on guards, and then right there, both whistles blow as they should. It was a foul, and Beckett's going to come to the line to shoot one.
Let's be honest. It's down here on our end. We got a pretty good view. Beckett has had the crap pounded out of him so far in this game. Makes the free throw.
Free throw finishes the old school 3-point play. Still a 3-point lead. Blow by number 11. Great contest. I'm going to say it again.
Offensive rebounds.
Green from Whitehall plays much larger than his stature. He is a big dude underneath. Ooh. Big skip across to DJ Trotter. Jace decides to wait on that one, takes one dribble, then he shoots it. Falls short to Whitehall. Blank's got a chance, doesn't get there. Out of bounds is the call. Out of bounds is the call. And Coach Scott's going to take a full timeout. When we come back, the ball will be in the corner to Whitehall.
So we'll go to our sponsors right quick.
Might have it. We're not calling a timeout. Now we're saying it's an injury. Not sure who it is.
It's a Whitehall player. He dove on the floor after. I mean, he made a good hustle play. Dove on the floor to get that ball.
Where's Beckett? Because Beckett was down too. I can't see in that corner.
Beckett's on the bench.
Okay, all right.
He's sitting down on the bench.
So it is only the Whitehall player.
Yeah.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't want it to be anybody.
Yeah,
but
right.
I hadn't seen Beckett come out of it yet, so I just wanted to make sure there weren't two, because our trainer as well as Whitehall's trainer were down there at the same time. So we're here with the sponsors on the screen. Huge thank you to those guys. Coach Lennox from Whitehall, the trainer from Whitehall, all down.
There's still someone down there.
At the end of our baseline, there's still a player on the floor, yes. Not sure what we've got. Whitehall's team has come back to their bench. Our players are sitting on our bench.
He's up.
And great news, 11 has popped up, jogging to the bench. Looks like maybe a left hand, left shoulder. Not sure.
He ran down to the bench. He's shoulder bumping everybody.
All right. Now we're going to start the official 1 minute timeout by the Yellowjackets.
So our cheerleaders are going to come out on the court and do a little dance.
We'll come back with 4:50 left in the first half. I feel like we played 7 games already.
The fourth quarter of the girls' game was really long. The first quarter of the boys' game was really long. There was 11 fouls called. That's 11 stoppages in play, right? So that's a long 2 quarters.
The assistant coaches who are in charge of keeping up with fouls and timeouts, both of them are just revolving door coming to the table to check the book and make sure, because there's been so many things. We're glad the Whitehall player made it back to his bench healthy. We're going to start back as everybody gets to tuck back in. kind of a point of interest this year. Players with their jerseys tucked in.
Yep.
Baseline to the Yellowjackets. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be the Whitehall ball is what I thought they called before the timeout, but I'm not going to argue.
No, the guy that dove on the ground, they said he was out of bounds.
Yellowjackets brought the ball in from the hardest place on the court. There in that corner. Beckett Scott's going to get run and jump, which is going to allow the ball to skip to Trotter on the right side right in front of us. Corner to Griff. Trotter's going to look to get to the nail at the free throw line. 16 on the shot clock. Still got a little bit of time. Again, how good is Green covering the post being almost a foot shorter? Jace Gatlin hung on the arm. He's going to get another and one. That's going to be Green's third foul, and quickly he's to the bench. Got his third. My gosh, I love how big he plays. But with that big, the play and what he's having to do, got his third foul.
He's taller than I am. I think he's probably, he might, seriously, looking at him down there, he's, 5'7", 5'8", but he plays like he's over 6 foot.
Yes.
And, he jumps, he's strong. He was banging with Lane down there earlier. Very strong kid.
He was the offensive rebound down here that got Lane's third foul.
Yes.
3-point play completed by Jace Gatlin. Ball in the hands of Whitehall up top. As usual, man defense by the Yellowjackets. Playing those help gaps very well.
Walk.
Gonna call the travel.
And that's not the first time he's done that. It's just the first time they called it. His feet are very active when he picks the ball up.
Got a trip there where you've got both Griff and Bickford off the floor. Good job there getting them off on that defensive trip. Would have loved to have got one of them back maybe in this offensive set, but that's okay. Chance for the guards to do what they do. Little 5-out set. Blank's going to play the zone spot. Oh, you missed him. Floater left short on the front of the rim, and we're back in transition. That's Blank and Che. Oh, sorry. Blank's been behind a couple of those. I thought he had a really good chance maybe to tap that one out. He got it, but got him on the way down.
Yep. I think it was a foul.
First foul on Blank. I just wanted him to get the steal. That was my ooh.
Right.
And it was loud, and I'm sorry for our listeners. I got kind of excited. I thought he was going to get that steal. Anderton does what he does, stays in front of his man. Ball moves around the perimeter. Kind of a 10-guard set, 5 for each team. Big miss. Ooh.
Second foul on Landon.
Offensive rebound turns into the second foul. Blank gets his second. And is now going to take a seat. In comes Wilson Reed.
Hey, you got to remember that Landon's only about 5 games into the season.
Bonus for both teams the rest of the half. So we were at the bonus at 4.5 minutes in the first quarter. We're at the bonus at 3:10 in the second quarter. Ball moves around the perimeter, coming back to the corner. Big slip.
Oh, big block by EA. You got to trap him in the corner.
Ooh.
Big save by number 13 right there.
Yep, good job by Whitehall to protect the ball. Great hustle play. Finds his way to the rim for 2. The offensive rebound's killing us right now. We don't have that rim protector, big rebounder, and it's showing. Got to have one of these guards become that guy. Run and jump on Beckett again, gets the ball out of his hands. Back to him now. Beckett's going to find his way all the way to about 8 feet. And call the charge.
Really?
Offensive foul, Beckett Scott. 2 fouls on Beckett, 2:31 left to play in the half. Thought Beckett did a great job getting to the rim and using his body to get around that foul, but I guess he must have been there for a long time. I will say this. I want that call every time a Yellowjackets.
Scott is waiting for him, too.
I want that call every time a Yellowjacket stands there and takes it.
Right.
But 2:14 left to play. 2-point lead by the Yellowjackets. Big three-pointer coming from the far side.
Good. I thought it was an alley-oop to the ref. He caught it pretty clean.
The way everybody's shooting except for Foster on Whitehall's team, I might pack this in at some point tonight and make them make a three.
I agree.
Wilson Reed's getting ridden by number 4. DJ Trotter decides to shoot it from the right side, gathers and misses on the backside. Nobody rebounding again for the Yellowjackets. Ball comes off to Whitehall. Here comes
another offense. Oh, that's going to walk. Tip by DJ.
DJ got up high. I like it. Think we got a good one there. Think we got one there. Odom's going to come in. Landon Odom makes his first appearance of the night. Still going to be 5 guards. Run and jump coming. That is Anderton off of Wilson's face. Ball's going to end up in the hands of Whitehall on the turnover. 11 off the glass,
Another
back to himself.
Rebound.
Another offensive rebound. Kick left side. Oh, I hate when I do that. Out of his hand, I was nervous that I might have made that announcer's jinx, and now they make one. Lead back to Whitehall.
He pushed him into him. I know you're not begging for it.
Shot, Wilson Reed.
Oh, that was
in and out. Off. Great job by Jace Gatlin. He gets a hand on it. It does go off the hand of Whitehall. Baseline inbounds coming for Yellowjackets. Both bigs enter the game.
44 seconds to go.
This is going to be a roll-up. Going to be a roll-up right here for Griff. Going to roll back to the rim. Foul called. Free throws coming. Foul called. Free throws coming. Foul on number 4 for Whitehall. That's Jackson Turner, his second. Bickford's going to come to the free throw line. Trotter's going to come back to the table, probably going to get Dawson. Actually going to get Beckett and Dawson.
Yeah, Landon Blank comes in for Dawson.
Yep.
Save that foul.
Yeah, they both have 2. Can't get a cheap one with 41 seconds.
EA's coming in for Lane. He missed them both.
22-21 lead. Whitehall leads by 1. 35 seconds left. Turner with the ball up top. Their offense, most of the second quarter, has just been trying to drive and cut lanes, play one-on-one basketball, drive and maybe kick. Back up top. Swings to the right side. 12 left on the shot clock.
Oh, no. That's his 4th.
Lane Bickford was coming out of the game because of when he made the free throw. By missing the free throw, ended up being back on defense.
And that was a really, really cheap. I mean, he stuck his knee out.
Tripping foul ends up being his 4th in the first half. Everything that could have happened to make that occur had to happen just that way. And with 11 seconds, he'll sit. Beckett Scott comes back into the game. This is 11. Corey Hope shooting 2, made the first one. 11 seconds. Chance for the Yellowjackets to tie or get within 1 to finish the quarter. Gatlin's going to attack for the 2-point look. Rattles off to Blank. Blank to Beckett Scott. Beckett Scott falls for 3, leaves it short. First half of basketball, Whitehall leads 24-21 as both teams head back to their locker rooms to reset and regroup for the second half.
We're going to get Coach Brakebill here at the half.
I'll take it.
All right.
So as we kind of get ready here at the half, Coach Brakebill is going to join me here at my at the scorer's table. All right, as we welcome Coach Brakebill in, he gets his headset on and gets kind of ready.
What's going on, guys?
All right, so this is Coach Andy Brakebill. We work together at the middle school every day, so this is just going to be the same conversation we have kind of in the cafeteria, talking about what ball games look like and what's going on.
Just not about discipline.
Not about middle school discipline. Kind of talk about the game tonight, talk about your team and how it kind of went.
Well, our speech before the game, we talked a lot about we're going to have to weather the storm because it was almost a must-win for them. You know, us sitting tied for fourth with them, we had already beat them by double digits at our place, so we knew they were going to come out and give us our best shot, and we had to weather the storm. I thought early on, when they were 1-3-1 zone, we settled for some deep threes. But, you know, we got a timeout, we settled in, and just kept telling our girls we just got to weather the storm and we'll be fine.
Thought you guys did a great job tonight sharing the basketball. Talk a little bit about being a team player tonight and kind of how that helped.
So what did we end up with? 70, was it 74, 76?
It was a 24-point lead, I'm not sure. Yep.
I thought we moved the ball really well. We had a lot of good decisions in transition on 2-on-1s and stuff, when to keep it, when to pass it. But, you know, anytime we can get a paint touch and spray it out and do those things. And, you know, a couple times we penetrated in the middle and hit it to our girl in the drop. And just did a great job moving the ball overall. You know, we've been preaching that if we're going to get where we need to go later on in the year, we're going to have to share the ball and move it and trust each other.
All right. Saw some pressure tonight. One of the first times we've seen a lot of full court pressure in a while. Talk about how the girls handled the full court press.
Yeah, you know, Ainsley, you know, she's grown up this year, and, you know, her and Addie both used to handling pressure in junior high. It's a little bit different coming up to high school, but I thought after the first quarter we made some unforced turnovers, but I thought for the most part Addie, Ainsley, and Lily all did a great job in the backcourt making reads on when to throw it down the sideline and get it to the middle, and just did a great job with it.
You kind of talked about your pregame speech. Tell us a little bit about what happened. How did halftime go? What was kind of the regroup at halftime?
Well, we made a few adjustments. We were in foul trouble, so we went to our other defense we call Animal to try to help in on the post a little bit to give Lily and Bell some help inside. Did some decent things with it and just allowed them. We just try to give them different looks to keep them guessing and slow them down a little bit, and they did a good job with it. I thought there was times, you know, late in the game we were tired and we stood around a little bit, but you know, they made the plays when they needed to and adjusted, and when we were active, we did a lot of good things. But yeah, halftime was all about defensive adjustments, trying to keep them out of foul trouble.
Gotcha. As we look ahead, we're at home on Friday night. We've got Benton at home on Friday night. I guess tomorrow that prep kind of starts. What's that kind of look like?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Benton played us a lot of 1-2-2 zone last time at their place. We didn't shoot the ball well at all. We didn't play very well offensively. So, yeah, we'll definitely start prepping for it. You know, El Dorado got beat by Lakeside tonight. So, you know, if we could keep taking care of business one game at a time, you know, and they get beat by Lake Hamilton, we're going to get the 3 seed, which is very doable. But, you know, we're not really talking about that. We're talking about one game at a time and just getting better and better. And I feel like our girls over the second half of the season, we've gotten a lot better doing some different things.
I like that you said that. I think it's really important. It's not how you play at the beginning of the season. It's how you play this time of year, because we're there. We're in the finishing touches of the conference season. So what's going to be one or two things that are going to be big focuses that you're going to try to grow here with a fairly young team as you move along? I know you've got a couple great seniors. Don't misunderstand me, but you are playing underclassmen a whole lot. So what are a few more things you want to sharpen and polish here as we go into postseason?
I don't even know if it's anything different what we've been preaching. We talk about the same thing every day, rebounding and turnovers. If, you know, we can keep bodies on people and limit people to one shot, I feel like, and not turn the ball over, we're going to have a great chance to win, because you saw tonight there's stretches where we can really score when we limit them to one shot. But it's definitely going to be rebounding and turnovers.
Well, Coach, appreciate you coming over at halftime, giving us a couple minutes of your time.
Okay, I'll see you bright and early in the morning, man.
Don't let him lie to you. He gets to school at 10:30.
Yeah, I wish. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we have about 5 minutes left here in the half, wanted to just say thank you to Coach Breakbill one more time for coming and spending a few minutes with us. Big win tonight by the Lady Jackets in a hostile environment here at one of our rivals here in Whitehall. Big win, kind of gets us to the place where we have the sweep here against Whitehall. Definitely have the tiebreakers there, moving towards the 3 seed, have a chance possibly even at the 2 seed if everything were to fall out just right and we take care of business like Coach Breakbill said. 4 minutes left here before we come out of halftime. Whitehall came out of halftime pretty quick. They've got that 3-point lead. Coach Scott and the boys are still back, getting ready to come out on fire here in the second half. I think the big story is fouls. You've got some foul trouble with Lane Bickford with 4. You've got to look at both Beckett Scott and Griff with 2 each. And then for Whitehall, number 30, Tyrus Green, he has 3 as well. So going to take just a quick breather real quick as the halftime's wrapping up. We'll come back with a second half action in just a moment.
All right, welcome back to the second half. Let me get this screen correct here. Welcome back to the second half. It's going to be Sheridan basketball. 24-21 Whitehall in a very exciting, intense, all the adjectives game in the first half. So we start the game with Lane with his 4 fouls on the bench, so EA starts the second half for him. We go Wilson Reed, Becca Scott, Ethan Anderton, Jace Gatlin, and Dawson Griffin.
Dawson with a little push floater to get us started. 2 points, brings the lead to a single point for Whitehall. Man defense for the Yellowjackets. Ooh, almost stepped on the line.
That was close.
Yep, not sure.
He doesn't have very big feet, so it didn't.
He was looking. Layup number 4, Jackson Turner. So layup for both sides to get started in the third quarter. Moving the ball around the top. Griff's going to be the screen, going to roll and look for the high post. Falls to the low post, waits on the next look. That's Wilson Reed, Jace Gatlin up top. That one's not going to go. Transition look already here for Whitehall. Jace can't get himself out of the way. Foul on Gatlin, number 5.
That'll be his second.
Second foul for Jace, 2 shots. As many teams are doing this year, Whitehall's coming over talking with the coach on free throws. First free throw is good for Dunlap. They set back up in their press, or I'm sorry, in their defensive set. Looks like they will press coming out of this free throw. Left it short, got his own rebound. We got real lucky there. Not only did they get the rebound, but they could have called.
They wrapped around Dawson. Could have very easily got his third.
Same referee on the bottom that called the third foul on Lane. Bickford's going to bring ball's going to come into Beckett Scott and then Jace Gatlin. Jace is going to get rid of it. Big pull down there by Griff. Again, the defense by Green is big. Did anybody else?
There's no way that was inbound still.
I thought it was more the foul when he bumped into him. Shot clock's winding down. Big dunk by Dawson Griffin. Assist by Beckett Scott. That's maybe the bucket we need to kind of get started. 3 look by Whitehall. Big rebound by Dawson Griffin. Dawson making his presence felt here in the third quarter. Turnover, Beckett Scott. Block shot, Dawson Griffin. 2-on-1, Beckett Scott. Gonna pull it out, keep it till next time. Gonna skip across. Jace Gatlin with nobody in the world misses the shot. Dawson Griffin helps get the rebound and finishes it off. Dawson Griffin was able to knock that ball out into the hands. Play stopped because 11's back down on this side. 11, you'll remember, was down in the first half. Corey Hope. He walks off with the trainer. Sub has been made, I guess. Here we go.
I can't believe they would stop that play.
I didn't see anybody come to the table. Was he just getting treatment down there from the trainer?
He was on the floor.
He was on the floor at the time? Okay, I just didn't see the sub come in. Beckett Scott's got the ball up top. Kicks it over to EA. Lots of physical. Gatlin's going to protect the ball up top. Again, lots of physical. They're letting them play.
Lots of hands.
Letting them play. EA is going to kick. That's Wilson Reed on the right side in front of our bench. Bucket 3 splash by Wilson Reed. Lead back to the Yellowjackets. EA is going to be able to.
Oh, he pulled him down.
Let's see what they're going to call. Just an out of bounds. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yellowjackets stay in man defense. Ball's taking a while to get in. Oh, they're drying the floor down there.
The floor up.
So Whitehall's going to bring the ball in right in front of their bench. They're looking for a way to go right at Griff. Ooh. Griff did a good job contesting, got the ball out of his guys' hands. Don't let Green catch. Steps out of bounds, going back the other way. Steps out of bounds, going back the other way. That was number 4, Turner. Full court pressure by Whitehall. They're going to back that off. They're going to start at half court. They're going to start at half court.
Man.
Going to let Jace handle the ball instead of Beckett. Beckett's got it on the left side. Finds Griff. Griff's going to find a way to get to that rim.
Swatted down hard.
Foul number 4 on Green. Foul number 4 on Whitehall's Green. Going to talk all the way back past the referee.
I don't know that I want to say anything in front of that referee. He was kind of barking the whole way down through there, right? First one made by Dawson.
Got his 4th. Referee's going to come back and make sure he comes off like he's supposed to. 29-27 Yellowjackets in this marathon of a game. Got a cheerleader coming to see the trainer.
She had a bloody nose.
Rebound comes off to Whitehall. 1 of 2 on the free throws. Splits the trap in the corner. Going to get to the rim, all the way to the rim, and makes the bucket. That's one that Griff would have tried to send into next week had he not had 2 fouls. Transition 3, bucket.
Wilson feeling it, baby.
Great look by Beckett Scott in transition. Wilson walks right into a perfect release 3-point basket.
Double, double, double.
15 has a way of getting to the rim.
Dawson got the tip, but then offensive rebound. We had no help back.
Dawson got the tip block. Corey Hope was there to get it. Beckett Scott all the way to the glass. Nobody stops the ball. Trading baskets here with 3.5 left to play in the third. Active game. Should be a
tip.
Share that steal between EA and Jace. Turnover by Whitehall. Bucket Jace Gatlin. Lead stretch to 5. Quick timeout by Coach Lennox and Whitehall.
So timeout by Whitehall. Take a chance to say something about our sponsors. Jam Fry Inc., First Trust Home Loans, Weight Loss and Wellness of Arkansas, the Hop Shop, People's Bank, Tortillas, Sports Stop, Roof Connect, Stockton Equipment, and Allen Gate and Panel. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had a couple chances to eat at Tortillas. Raul doing a fantastic job. That kid is really busting. He's the same age as Sierra, so he's busting it. So great job by Raul and the rest of our sponsors. Thank you all very much.
I will let you know we got a 7-point swing since the second half started. Biggest difference is turnovers. Whitehall's turned the ball over a couple times.
There's another one.
As I say that, Jace gets a steal and transition baskets, and Wilson Reed scoring the ball.
Yeah, great move right there by Wilson. Comes to the jump stop, pumps, gets him off his feet and goes up. I mean, that's textbook by Wilson Reed right there. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Great job in the half-court defense. Not a whole lot of pressure, but around half-court, getting a couple of those touches and steals, sharing the ball back and forth. It's been Wilson and Jace the last couple trips. Wilson's going to shoot a pair of free throws. First one, nothing but net. Defensive pressure has been amped up a little bit. And a couple turnovers. I mean, you've got the turnover by Turner on the baseline when he stepped on the baseline, and then 2 here at the half-court line. Both free throws stretch the lead to 7, biggest lead of the evening. 3 minutes left to play. Fouls have kind of slowed down a little bit. A little bit suspect. able to make that pass across the top. Ball handled up top in the logo. Drive, and Wilson Reed does what he does. Again, Griff kind of handicapped, not being able to go full speed because he doesn't want to get that next foul. Jace skips ahead, finds his way in the middle all the way.
Oh, he didn't.
Use the glass, sir. Jace misses the first one, gets an offensive board. Second one rattles out, ball comes back to Whitehall. Good job, Jace, getting back into play. Staying in front of the ball. Little weave action here by Whitehall, looking to try to find that gap. Griff is able to contest that shot. Gonna have a jump ball before anything else happens.
Great job by EA right there. Stays in Whitehall.
Yep. Gotta say, no, I'm not gonna say it until, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Text me later.
Yep. Half-court defensive set. Griff's able to contest another offensive board by Whitehall. Again, I think that doesn't happen if we're not trying to protect fouls down low. I get it though.
No, Griff had that rebound. And he slapped it out when he kept it low.
I'd rather him have another trip than another foul. We're going to run and jump. Ooh, left foot. Ooh, right foot. Ball comes off, this time to Griff. Rebounds. Beckett Scott's in transition. Medium speed. Changes sides to Jace.
Imagine working so hard to run and jump and bust it to keep the ball out of Beckett's hand, and then you can't stay in front of Jace. And then you get out of Jace and you can't stay in front of Wilson.
Beckett Scott's going to go baseline again. Skip, Wilson Reed from the spot.
He is feeling it, and his teammates know it, man.
Great.
Beckett knows it. Great recognition right there.
Jace got to him a minute ago. It's great stuff. Half-court pressure, spin move, off. Going to be a rebound down to Whitehall again, guys. Rebound offensive end by Whitehall. Going to give him a new shot clock, a new chance. He can't get that far without dribbling. Going to swing it. Good job, Beckett.
By Beckett. Kind of kept that shot from getting off.
I don't remember a shot hitting the rim. Oh, yes, it did. Another offensive rebound. Good job by Beckett staying in front.
Now you have to feel if you're Beckett. The call you had made on you earlier. That is.
Big chance there, big chance. Whitehall's going to drop back into his zone. Give the ball to Wilson Reed on his side. 17 seconds, 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Going to look for one final shot to finish the third. Right now we're up 5, trying to move that to possibly 8. Travel called on Beckett Scott. 4.1 second. Get Griff out. 4 seconds. Skips ahead. That's no basket. No basket. Got off his hand late. No basket. One extra dribble got us there. So 5-point lead starting the fourth quarter. Yellowjackets are going to have the ball according to the officials. Starting the fourth, both teams are going to get a big breather here, that 1.5 minute breather. As we show the sponsors again, can't say thank you enough. Third quarter kind of rolled, pretty standard, pretty quick, kind of what you're used to looking at and seeing with the Yellowjackets. A couple big steals and then turnovers by Whitehall turned into baskets for the Yellowjackets. Wilson Reed shot and made 3 threes that quarter.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, his teammates found him.
He had 11 points, was double digits in that quarter because 3
right.
threes and the 2 free throws. Big quarter for Wilson Reed. Great job sharing the ball, kind of been a theme all night for the Yellowjackets. As they reset here to come into the fourth quarter. 5-point lead to start the quarter, so that was a 7-point turn in the third. With 4 fouls, look to see both bigs back in the game here at some point.
Yep. When in a game like this, it's still close, so you just don't take that chance. So Wayne's going to start the fourth quarter on the bench. I'm going to say around the 5-minute mark. You may see him depending on what happens with Dawson. You know, Dawson
played most of the third, and you got to mention he played most of the third without picking up that foul.
Yes, and now you got to remember Dawson had a lot of time to sit in the first half, and Lane really carried the load. So they kind of switched roles here in the second half. And at some point, like I said, probably around the 5-minute mark, I would guess you'll see Lane. Even if it is to give Dawson just a little break, soft pass. I've been waiting for that to happen.
Turnover and a bucket by Whitehall. Good job by Jace not to react and throw it right back to him again. That's what I was talking about earlier tonight. The pressure came and we rolled right through it. Beckett makes the free throw. Our timing's a little bit off, I'm sorry.
No, that's me.
Ball moves around the top with Whitehall. Beckett Scott's on the ball. Dawson's got the corner. Good help by Trotter, who comes in to start the fourth.
Oh, that's an extension of the arm.
Get that steal. Good hand.
What you talk about with Beckett. Don't let him catch.
Yep.
Get that side front.
All the way to the rim. Trotter might have had that, kind of got run under a little bit. Full court man pressure comes into DJ Trotter. Handle it, DJ.
Yes, you got to call that at some point. I mean, it's been all night.
DJ with the behind the back. Good thing Beckett was there. We did it again, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Sparky Hedden and Kirk Anderton. I was just giving the sponsors a little extra thank you.
They earned it. Ball comes in this time to Wilson Reed. Clear out. He's going to handle the basketball up top as he makes his way across half court. Little post by Beckett. Jace is going to come out and rescue. Big lob. What a catch. What a catch by Dawson Griffin. Jace threw that ball as high as he could, and Dawson went and found it. Great body control, found the layup. Lead by 6.
You know when Mr. Sparky Hedden text messages, you better straighten up.
I'm just disappointed he texted you and not both of us. I'm glad he's out there watching too. Thank you to all the watchers.
Yeah, thank you to everybody. Let's see. I'll find it there somewhere. I don't know how many people are watching right now.
It's not on that screen. It's on the YouTube screen. Nope. 6:38 left to play. 6-point lead for the Yellowjackets. Kind of give you a reset here. 3 timeouts for each team. Right now, we have the advantage. 2 fouls on Whitehall. No fouls on Sheridan as we are here 2 minutes into the final quarter of the game. Those fouls will be important as we come down to the end in a close game like this. So, again, want to say how important it is that Dawson has done a fantastic job protecting the rim and getting rebounds, playing good defense on the defensive end without fouling and getting a couple big buckets.
And you got to think about that, like a couple times down here. Dawson did get beat baseline where he could have picked up a cheap foul. There comes DJ to help.
Absolutely.
There comes Wilson to help. So everybody's playing their part.
Sheridan putting a soft full court press on.
Just trying to kind of slow it down a little bit.
Yep. Really getting their offense here, about 26 seconds. Ball moves around the top of the key. Turner throws it off somebody's shoe. Out of bounds. Little weave action. One of the best things that's happened in the second half is Tyus Green, Whitehall's motor, has been on the bench with his 4th foul.
That's right.
Big move there. Good look by Corey Hope. That was a skilled post move there. 2 points for Whitehall. Dawson Griffin with the ball up on the left side, close side to us. Now the ball's on the far side. Set play. Dawson makes the pass and then runs the baseline. On that side, he gets fouled. He's going to shoot 2 free throws.
These are 2 pretty big free throws right here, even with 6 minutes to go in the game.
Absolutely.
Down the stretch, we got every chance we get, we've got to knock these down. Here's the first one.
5-point lead, lots of fives. 5:55 left in the game. 5-point lead for the Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets are going to show that soft, full court man defense coming out of this make. Subs coming in the game here for Wilson Reed. EA enters the game. Wilson Reed going to get a breather. Little 1-2-2 zone press. Look for a steal on a soft lob. Look for a steal. Oh. Number 3 is pushing him. That's Beckett Scott's third foul. Back into the half-court man defense. Good job there with a good stunt by EA up front to get the ball out of the point guard's hands. Ball's moving around the top. Suspect. 11 again baseline. Foul called. Fouls on number 4.
DJ, that's his second.
Trotter with his second foul. This is 11. Corey Hope to the line. Corey's the same guy that had the good post move a moment ago on the other baseline. Back comes Wilson Reed. Looks like a little kind of maybe offense for defense kind of look Coach Scott's putting in place based on the timing of these subs. Second free throw, kind of flat, hits the back too hard and comes off. Rebound down to Dawson Griffin. All right. Ball moves around the top again, looking for Dawson on the block. That's Griff with that, sorry, my fault. That's Jace with that little 2-foot push floater. So under control, so pretty.
With his right hand. He's a lefty.
Ball moves around the top. New look, short. New look short by number 11. So his post moves have been great, but kind of a heat check there that fell well short. 28 seconds on the shot clock, 4:45 left to play. Ball high to Dawson. Dawson to DJ. DJ is going to find Beckett. They're going to kind of reset the look.
15 to go on the shot clock.
Run and jump look to get it out of Beckett's hands. DJ back to Beckett on the left side with 9 to shoot. Beckett's going to blow by.
Oh, you got to catch it, Griff.
What a good look. Going to be able to keep it. Let him, don't close quite so fast. Let him shoot and see what happens. All the way around the. Good job by Dawson in the help gap. There's the baseline again. This time it's 11. Shot by number 4. Turner with a huge three-pointer with Dawson in his face. 3 goes down. Full timeout called by Lennox and Whitehall. 4-point lead by the Yellowjackets. I guess we couldn't expect it to be any other way.
Yeah, no. Rivalry game at their place. You know, they're going to make some shots that they didn't make before. You know, so they didn't make it our place.
Full night of excitement. Just got to cap it off with a big bucket there. Building the anticipation a little bit in this timeout. Coach Scott, I'm interested kind of with what the referee, he's kind of bumped both ends and had a conversation on both ends.
He was telling both teams to stop talking.
Stop talking to the opponent.
Yeah. Please.
Okay. Stop talking.
Play basketball.
Okay.
Right.
All right. It's been an exciting night. I can see where late in the game that might be a good instruction. I don't know what you're gonna do to police that though, other than just keep asking.
Yeah,
so
right.
So
I hope the coaches help you with that. You know? So 4 minutes to go, 4-point game. Here comes Lane back. Number 30 is still on the bench for Whitehall. When do you see him come back?
He can't stay gone long.
No.
Can't stay gone long. So double bigs down low. Haven't had a chance all night long to show that high-low look. So I'm guessing you're going to have Griff come up as the passer, top of the key, about the free throw line, and then look to find an entry pass into Bickford. Obviously, while I was talking, a turnover there ends up in the hands of Whitehall. Another bucket. The defensive specialist tonight, Arian Bateman with the floater. 2-point lead now for the Yellowjackets.
And now listen, Dawson's only got 2 fouls, so he can be now with 3 minutes to go. He needs to be a little more aggressive trying to protect the basket again. You know, he can take some chances. Jace only got 2 team fouls.
Jace with the ball on the left. Dawson's going to get to the free throw line and leave it for Beckett Scott. 3 minutes left to play. 2-point lead, Yellowjackets. Big trip for both teams here to kind of figure out what direction we're going to go in. Turner all the way to the glass. Rim protect ends up back in the hands of Whitehall, stolen by Gatlin. Gatlin full go, uncontested layup, Jace Gatlin.
Look how fast Jace is with the ball. It's not like he's out running some slow kids.
You only get to be that fast when you push the ball out ahead, though. He only took 3 dribbles,
That's right.
Free throw line to baseline.
I've got 2 years worth of 6th grade girls that I wish saw that right there, you know, because they don't understand when you tell them push that ball out.
Yeah, when you dribble it in your pocket, that same trip takes 7 or 8 dribbles, and it takes longer. When you're pushing it out and going and getting it, it speeds you up.
That's right.
And I might have contested that layup a little bit harder. I'm glad they didn't bounce him off the wall. He makes the layup. Timeout called. Right now, we've got 2 timeouts for each team. Both coaches are imploring their team to give best effort, protect the ball. And the Yellowjackets are going to come out of the huddle first, ready to go.
So on the court for the Yellowjackets, with 2:50 to go, you have Beckett Scott, Jace Gatlin, Lane Bickford, Wilson Reed, and Dawson Griffin.
Dawson just volleyballed that last layup off the glass.
He hammered that one.
Yeah. Just bounced out a little bit too far. Luckily, Jace was there for that steal.
Listen, I'm really surprised that number 30 hasn't been back in the game. He's so full of energy. He's had a little bit of an off night, but he's made so many things happen.
Yep.
But I also noticed he's wearing a shoulder sleeve, a brace on his shoulder, so who knows what he's got going on there, right?
Off the backside, Dawson Griffin, you got to get to the floor. You got to get that ball on the floor. Offensive rebound to Whitehall. 4-point lead, 2:36 left to play. That would have been another place to enter 30 into the game as an offensive threat. Jackson Turner has made 2 threes in a row for Whitehall. Shrinks the lead to 1. Beckett Scott all the way to the glass. No foul called.
And very easily could have been.
Stretches the lead back to 3. Great job, Beckett. Nobody stopped him, so he just went all the way to the rim. Great body control for the layup. Turner going to be feeling himself a little bit after his last 2. Let's see what happens here. Shares the ball, baseline number 11. Hope loses the ball. Great job by Lane as long as he gets up, and he does. Beckett Scott's going to handle.
Oh, Beckett.
Finds the edge of his shoe. Great job by Lane. Bucket by Whitehall. 1-point lead, 1:38 left to play. Wouldn't have it any other way, ladies and gentlemen. Beckett Scott with the ball up top. Gatlin and Wilson on the sides. The high-low I talked about a minute ago happens right there, and timeout called by the Yellowjackets. Great job. You can't say enough about the teamwork between the bigs. You can't say enough about the set play that was drawn up and run to perfection, and then great job by Lane finding the ball up high, keeping it up high, and finishing the bucket.
And going up strong.
Yep. Stretches the lead back to 3. Yellowjackets are going to have 1 timeout left with 1:21 left to play. Whitehall still has 2. 3-point lead. Whitehall with the ball on their baseline.
And fouls aren't really a big deal for either team right now. 3 for Whitehall, 2 for Sheridan. Foul trouble, Lane's got 4, and their number 30's got 4, and he's still sitting on the bench. I'm really kind of surprised, honestly.
I wonder if it's something that he might have said or body language, because
right? Because it's my.
I don't think it's energy. I don't think it's talent. There's something there, and we don't know what it is.
He said something to the referee as he walked off after his fourth foul. He didn't get a technical, but he said something enough to make the referee walk down here after the fact, right? So maybe coach isn't playing that game.
DJ Trotter came in for Wilson Reed. He's on the backside, going to stretch the top of the zone with Dawson Griffin at the top. A little bit out of sorts for Whitehall right here. Turnover. Oh, you didn't know he was there. Ball comes out to Lane Bickford. Ooh. Had to call the timeout, scared of the 10-second call. Had to call the timeout. Big steal. Way to protect the basketball. Hate calling your last one with 1 minute left.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to take it. I don't know the rule. I probably should. The shot clock says 28. Do we have 3 seconds to get it in, or do we get a new 10
after the
second?
timeout, you get a new 10
You
seconds.
get a new 10 second. All right. Again, looking maybe a defensive for offense look. You had Trotter on the bottom of the 3-2. Now you're going to have Wilson Reed come back on the offensive trip.
And remember, Wilson's got a hot hand the second half. He got 3 threes.
From the side we're coming in on. So maybe
Right.
just a quick entry.
Get it down in the corner. And
With the lead, though, do you want to hold this for most of the shot clock?
yeah, I mean, what do? I think you just play your game.
Play-
I think you run your offense and you take what it gives you, play it in the flow of the game.
Oh, they're giving us the backside. They're giving us the backside. Somebody run deep. Oh, you had it. Found Jason in the corner. 52 seconds left to play. 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Gonna run chin now.
This is a great look at a layup on the blocks, what we're looking for. Great screen by Bickford. Great screen. 8 seconds left, 6 seconds to play with the shot clock. 3, 2, Beckett all the way to the rim and gets a bailout foul call. Not bailout that it wasn't a foul,
It was a foul.
but with 3 seconds,
1 second to go.
1 second on the shot clock. That hurts if you're Whitehall. Every Sheridan fan saying one thing, every Whitehall fan saying something else. Beckett Scott shoots 2. First free throw rolls around and is a make.
So EA's going to come.
EA
for Lane.
for Lane.
I think you're going to take a lot of pressure. I think you're going to pressure the ball hard coming up, right?
Absolutely. You want them to have to throw the ball in. The clock starts immediately on the touch below the free throw line. Just like that. And the clock's running. Now you want to stop any transition. And then you want to hold on to the ball and wait for the fouls. Because right now,
they're coming.
Great job. Kick it ahead, kick it ahead.
Great job by EA.
EA to pull it out. Ball in the hands of Beckett Scott. Foul finally called with 14 seconds left to play. 14 seconds left to play. And Beckett Scott's going to go back to the free throw line in the bonus.
Listen, this was a heck of a ball game tonight. A lot of fun, very energetic. Whitehall expended a bunch of energy in this game.
Beckett's going to make both free throws. That's going to allow the ball to come in with 13 seconds and a 7-point lead. Going to shoot a 3 from the corner. Big rebound, EA. Foul called. Big rebound by Anderton.
Levin's got 5.
Okay.
I think coach is making a point out of 30 in the fourth quarter because he just pulled him back from the table and put number 5 in instead. So something was said, something was wrong. So that answers that question, I guess. So EA will go to the line for 2. Ooh.
Three seconds left to play.
Oh, get over the rim.
7-point lead. What's the tiebreaker rule? I know we won at our place too, but just there's got to be.
Head-to-head first, and then it's points.
Okay. EA makes the second, stretches the lead. Big three from a distance, does not go in. This year, Yellowjackets win on their floor. Yellowjackets with the win. As was in the first game, as soon as the final horn buzzes, the scoreboard gets reset. So I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what the score was. I know we won by 8. Yellowjackets get a lead as Mike's tallying up some stats for end of game. I'll say thank you to our sponsors one more time. Thank you to all of our listeners one more time. And we'll talk about who we are and how the night went right now.
So, Jace leads all scorers with 19. Beckett had 14. Wilson Reed had 11. Dawson had 7. Lane 5. Ethan Anderson 3. Thanks, Coach. Dawson had a big second half with 8. He had 8 rebounds, 5 in the second half. Lane limited by fouls a little bit. He had two rebounds. Ethan had 3. Wilson had 3. Jace had 3. So, good night scoring for the Yellowjackets, even with all the energy and excitement. It's just kind of a big night, big win on the road, as they all are in conference.
Every win's a big win.
Very well earned. Very,
Absolutely.
very, very well earned, hard win for the Yellowjackets. So now you look forward to Friday night.
Yeah, we really hadn't said much about it, but
Trying not to.
Benton's coming to our place on Friday night. Another conference game.
They've got a 41-game conference winning streak.
Okay.
The Yellowjackets have a 17-game home winning streak.
Okay.
Is that what I read today?
Sounds
right?
Sounds right. Somewhere in the mid-high teens.
16. Sheridan's riding a 16-game home winning streak, and Benton is riding a 41-game conference winning streak.
Okay. So when the ball tips at about 8 o'clock on Friday night, it needs to be a night where there's nobody watching our stream. Everybody needs to be in the arena.
Correct.
Yep. We need to have every seat full.
It needs to be rocking.
Yep.
This is when you wish you could have another jacket ball night.
I bet somebody knows all their phone numbers.
I bet we could put some feelers out. So you just really hope that you fill the arena up, and I guess we're done on the road this year.
We are.
We will broadcast home senior night against Texarkana.
Okay.
We'll be live on the air for that. And then after that, we got Benton home.
We're Benton at home. We are
Texarkana
Texarkana at home. And then the makeup game against Hot Springs.
Yeah, so is that the last 3?
That's the last 3.
So just know that we will for sure see you on next Tuesday night against Texarkana for senior night. And we'll see you. That'll be our last broadcast for the year, I think. So, great night. Great night for the Yellowjackets. Great night to be Yellowjacket.
Absolutely.
JV pulls out a 1-point win.
Yep.
Ladies win by 17 or so.
17 or 18. Yep. 20. No, it got over 20.
It did get over 20.
Yep, 20.
And then the boys pull out a 8-point victory on the road in a hostile environment, very energetic environment. So kudos to the Yellowjackets tonight. Great job. And we will see y'all
Next time.
next time.
Thank you much.